Alright everyone, welcome back to Crimson High. Subscribe, like, comment down below. And I think I have to download the... I just checked today. This is 2026 by the way. I just checked. I was like, oh my god, this game has a... I'm rocking version point 42? It's point 44, correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. But yeah, either way, welcome back. That's not a satisfying answer. Oriana, I don't give a flip. We just got back, okay? Or Machi, can we maybe go inside and talk there? I kinda need to get out of the open. Perrine should ring the doorbell any moment now too. Huh? Perrine? Yep, she didn't want to come up here the same way I did. Yeah, sure, let's go inside I guess. Yeah, after you. Sen? Do you maybe have something else I could put on? I feel awkward in this outfit. What do you mean, Oriana? You're freaking hot. Oh, I thought you were gonna ask about Machi. She's another friend of yours, I take it? She kinda saved my life before, so yeah. That's good enough for now. I'm glad... that must be Perrine then, I guess. Come, let's go inside. I'll give you something to wear and you can change in the bathroom after I've buzzed Perrine in. I think you're gonna like her. Stepping inside, I find myself, if not needing to buzz Perrine in anymore. Wait, what? Because Suzu's already... What the fuck? I can't read! To buzz Perrine in anymore because Suzu has already come out of her room to do so. She gives me a questioning look, probably about the situation and Machi's sudden appearance in the living room, to which I just shrug at her. Then I move on to over to my closet to grab a change of clothes for Oriana. Pants, which she declines, saying she doesn't need them, and one of my shirts. Handing her the shirt, I show her to the bathroom and then towards oh, what the heck, man? Am I blind? What is this shiza, man? Schneersley, is that a word? Handing her the shirt, I show her to the bathroom and then turn towards Suzu, who's waiting near the apartment door. Who is she? Who is she? That's Machi Anzo, one of Aki's sisters, I guess. Oh, okay. Where did she come from? Balcony. Okay, why is Perrine at the door? I guess she came here with Machi. I think she's her familiar. I see. I'm in my room then, okay? Call me when you need me. Sure, cutie. Are you alright though? I'm better than alright. Are we still going to go for a walk later? Yeah, I don't think this will get in the way of our plans. I'm looking forward to it. Me too, cutie. With that, Suzu turns around and heads back into her room while I wait at the door for Perrine to arrive. Casting a glance behind me, I find Machi curiously looking around the apartment, giving me a happy smile when our eyes meet. What a weird day. A minute or so later, there's an energetic knock on the door and I open it to let Perrine inside. Hey there, mister. Wait, no, that's not her accent. She doesn't have an accent, what the heck? Hey Perrine, how's it going? Don't ask. We had the worst day in the existence of days ever. Okay, I guess we better head over to Machi and sit down to talk then. Why am I giving her... Oh, please. I'm used to running around the mansion, but I'm not used to running away from it. Whoa, what? Come, gonna get you a drink? No, thank you, partner. But could you get Machi a water? Her pills makes her super thirsty. Sure, go sit down. I'll be with you in a moment. Thank you. Okay, back to normal. Stepping into the kitchen, I grab a bottle of water from the fridge and a glass to serve it in. While I'm getting Machi's drink ready, I hear the bathroom door behind me being opened. Sen? Yes, Ori? Does this look weird on me? Also, this is gonna be late. This is gonna be on a Thursday, I think, or Friday. Any of you from Valenzuela? I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know, hopefully you weren't part of the. You weren't near the U.S. special operation. Okay. Now you might argue, am I pro USA? Am I pro anything? Honestly, who knows? If the result becomes better in the future, yeah, go for it. That was a good play. If it's bad, well, shit. No, shit. That ain't good. Either way, you know, politics, it's... I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. People like to paint colors, right? You're part of this red color, yellow team, red team, blue, green. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Should we be, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting a sidetrack. I don't know. It's just a bit. I'm like, clearly they're dividing the people. So when it comes to voting, it's gonna be like neck and neck. You know, like, oh, the votes are in. It's closing in. Oh shit. And then now the people are divided while people are bickering with one another. The people at the top starts dabbing themselves up. It's like, all right, you're the president this time. I'll be the president next time. All right. You know, does this look weird on me? Ooh la la. Is that a bad? Oh no. It looks really good on you. Really? Yeah, really. You look gorgeous. Mouth-watering even. Oh, thank you, Sen. Where did you get the pants from, though? They were in the bag I grabbed at the church. I took them with me so that I could put something on underneath the tabard. The tabard after the ceremony. Oh, I see. Is it okay if I go talk to Suzu for a bit? Yeah. Thanks for trusting me, Ori. Thank you for saving me again. You're welcome, Ori. You're welcome, alright. Any day, baby. Stepping over to Suzu's door, Ori timidly knocks and gets invited in after a few seconds. After Ori entered her room, Suzu quickly pokes her head out and gives me a beautiful smile, then goes back in and closes the door behind her. What a great girl she is. I grab the glass of water and head over to the living room to finally give my surprise guest some attention. Let's see what the story there is. Let's see what the story there is and why they're here in the first place. Did someone order a cold water? Me, that was me. I'm sure he remembers that, Perrine. Thank you, Sen. No worries. Sit with us? Gladly. Grabbing the chair Suzu had already placed there before, I sit down across from Machi and Perrine. So not that I'm not happy to see the two of you, but well, it's a bit of a surprise, mildly put. Sorry about that, Sen. When Perrine saw you and your girlfriend standing up here all lovey-dovey, I just couldn't not join you the way I did. Yeah, what's that about anyways? I didn't know you had a girlfriend, mister. Had I known that before, I wouldn't have sat on your lap. I'm not that kind of sheep. You know, getting fucked in the ass or whatever. Oh, Ori isn't really my girlfriend. The situation is a bit more convoluted than that. Are you sure you're not just saying that so that I can come sit on your lap again? Yeah, I'm sure. So you don't want me to sit on your lap again? Well, I didn't say that. Technically, you know, there's no... The devil's in the details. Or the details in the... Oh yeah, I'll think about it. Huh. You'll have a pretty good impression of my sheeple, detective. Too bad she's upset with me now. I was looking forward to tasting her food again at some point. What a shame. Did you like my cooking that much? Yeah, it was amazing. Amazing? Where's the S, you dickhead? It's Z. It's Z for zebra. For zoo. For zoophile. Wait, what? I suppose I'm not that upset. I can still cook for you. Lucky me. Very lucky you. Of course, very lucky me. You two are adorable. Yeah, that's mostly Perrine though. Yes, it is. So what brings you here, Machi? We had to leave the mansion in a hurry and didn't know where to go. Perrine eventually suggested coming here to seek refuge. My god, we're getting all the hot babes in one location. We're missing our partner in crime, Miko. What the hell? I see, what would you have done if I hadn't been home though? There might have been a second reason for why I chose to appear the way I did. Were you planning on breaking into my apartment? That sounds so wrong. I'd call it getting us preemptive access and assumption of our permission. Cheeky smile. Oh, whatever. There's worse things than to find two pretty girls in your apartment when you come home, I guess. Listen, man. Keanu Reeves had that movie. Was it Knock Knock or something? Where two hot babes wanted to party and bang. But then they blackmail him and then bury him alive. Well, you know, his head was sticking out or whatever. But yeah. Oh, did you hear that, Perrine? He called us pretty. See, I told you it was a good idea to come here. Yes. Yes, you did. So does that mean we can come here whenever we want? Within reason, I guess. How nice. Heh. Anyways, can you tell me what happened at the mansion? Is Aki alright? Aki is fine, don't worry. This was between Lilith clan, Anzu's first generation, and me. I had a bit of falling out with her. She and I haven't seen eye to eye for a while, and yesterday, things kind of escalated. Perrin and I were hiding in the mansion until we saw a chance to get out of there and then booked it. I didn't even have a chance to grab any of our stuff because Lilith had placed one of her hounds in front of our room. Ah, so that's why you came here in your pajamas, and why Perrin is wearing her uniform. Yup, we got quite a few weird looks on our way over. People must have thought we were lunatics. Maybe, or they thought you looked cute in your respective outfits. 50-50, you know, 50 chance, 50. 50-50 chance on that, I'd say. Oh, more compliments, how nice. That makes the next thing a bit easier. Oh, okay, what next thing? Do you mind if we stay here for a few hours? I need to contact a few people, but I'd rather do that from somewhere I feel safe. I guess that shouldn't be a problem, yeah, as long as you don't mind that it's gonna be a bit crowded in the apartment later. Thank the Lord, you're the best, Sen. Thank you so much. And no, we don't mind that. Are you having a party? Not quite. Two of Aki's classmates currently live with me, and one of them is bringing her mom over later today. That plus Ori and the two of you makes for a rather crowded apartment. Don't worry, we won't get in the way. We can hang out on the balcony or something while you do whatever you need to do. That might be good, yeah. Jun's mom is in a bit of a precarious spot too, and I don't know how she deals with that many people at once. Then we'll do that. Is there anything we can do to help though? Not right now, no, but thank you, Machi. Of course, do you mind if I use your bathroom real quick? If Machi had pink hair, she'd remind you of that Machi from Hunter x Hunter. I point towards the bathroom. Not at all. Also, back when I was a kid, and up to my teenage years, I called Hunter x Hunter as Hunter x Hunter. And I was like, oh, it wasn't supposed to be red. Well, shit, I'm a retard. Thanks, I'll be right back. Let's go back to the thingy. Yeah. It's really nice of you to let us rest here, mister. Don't worry about it, Perrin. I'm glad I can help. How serious is this thing between Machi and Lilith, though? I assume you two didn't run off because of a minor spat or following a random mood? It's very serious. We can never go back there as long as Lady Lilith is the head of the clan. I'm not sure when I can see Yuka and Yachiyo again either. But if it comes down to it, I'm sure Aki is willing to mediate. Maybe set up a secret meetings between you and your sisters? Cousins? Yuka and Yachiyo are sisters and I'm their cousin. Oh, I see. Do you really think we can have secret meetings here? Freaking hamsters everywhere, man. These rat bastards are everywhere. I don't know all the circumstances, so I can't say for sure, but I think it's at least a possibility. That's good. That gives me hope. I love them both very much. Yeah, don't worry. What are you doing? Sitting on your lap. Okay, why? Because I'm feeling vulnerable. Can I sit on your lap and feel good now, or do you want to ask more silly questions? You can do that pretty much whenever you want, as far as I'm concerned. I was just surprised by it. Good. Make a little room for me then, please. Comment down below. Would you let a sheeple sit on your lap? And you're not even Santa Claus. Think about that. Much better. I wonder. Gently moving my hand to her back, I began caressing it with slow and steady motions. Oh! Oh, I like that. Yeah? Yes, I love it. Please don't ever stop. I'm not sure that that's possible due to basic needs and whatnot, but I'm sure I can accommodate you every now and then. How's that sound? Yes, yes, yes. What is this? I'm gone for 5 minutes and I'm already being betrayed by my own sheeple. You're just envious because you can't shrink down and get your back stroked. I might be. I hope she's not bothering you, Sen. Far from it, don't worry, Machi. I like Perrin a lot. Already offered a permanent spot on my lap. That's not what you said, though. Only because I have to run around and do things every once in a while. If that wasn't the case, it would be permanent. Really? Really? It better be, mister. You two are adorable together. Anyway, can I maybe quickly use your phone to call someone, Sen? Sure, yeah. I take my phone out of my back pocket, unlock it, and then hand it over to Machi. My god, back pocket reminds me of the 21 Pilot song. Sipping on straight chlorine. It's straight up miracle. I take out my back pocket. I can't remember the lyrics. Now I'm dead. While I do so, I notice a bunch of unread messages. Gotta remember to look at those later. Here, it's already unlocked. Ignore the background. Okay, thank you. I'll go over there, alright? Yeah, sure. Oh, you have Kura's number in your phone already? She gave it to me a few days ago when I ran into her in Morgan. Well, technically, I gave Morgan my number because Kura was passed out drunk, but yeah, details. Is she the one you need to call? Yes, I was supposed to call her yesterday, but I never got around to it. Now I need to let her know that I'm not upset with her, you know? Give me a few minutes to do that, alright? Yeah, sure. Kuro, huh? She was supposed to call her yesterday. Very interesting. Kuro? No, not Sen. Yes, hi, it's me. Yes, I'm at his place right now. Perrin is with me. We're alright, yeah. She somehow found out about us. I'm not sure myself. Yes, I already asked him if we could stay here for the afternoon. He's currently cuddling with Perrin on his lap. No, it's pretty cute. She likes him a lot. This is quite... Haha, I know! I don't think so. It's not like we have this kind of relationship. Hehehe. Huh? No, I haven't. We had to leave all our things back in the mansion. You did tell her your number is the only one I have memorized. Yes, we'll stay here and wait for her then. Thanks, Kuro. I'll let you know. Bye. Coming back over, Machi hands me my phone back and then sits back down on the couch. Thank you, Sen. This is a huge relief. No worries. Everything all right? Yes, it's all good now. Kuro knows and will help. Kuro knows and will help us. Glad to hear that. Speaking of Kuro, though, how do you... Sen? Ori? Who's that on your lap? Ori's gonna be like, my god, my childhood friend is a freaking harem protagonist. Holy fuck. And he's banging vampires, werewolves, I think, wolf girls or whatever, succubi, sheeple, guilty sheeple, what else? Freaking Morgan, Adulahan, yeah. Pretty much the whole shebang, the whole thing. Even her, a human. Oh, that's Perrine, the girl that came here with Machi. Oh, she can change her size, right? Suzu told me about that. Yeah. Hello, Perrine. Hello, Machi. It's nice to meet you. I'm Oriana. I'm sorry for my ignorance. I'm not meaning to be rude. This is all just very new and confusing for me. I don't mind. This is great. Sen? Yes, Ori? Is she part of your harem? You have a harem? Is that what your intentions with my sheeple are? No, I don't. Not really, at least. It's complicated. It's not complicated. Sen is destined by the guy, the man, or the person who developed this world has put in the destined role of a harem protagonist. He is promised 72 virgins in the physical life. If he struck my back every day, I'm in. How can you say that so easily? Say what? That you join his harem if he strokes her back every day. Wouldn't you mind the other girls? No, why would I? Because it's not normal. A relationship consists of one man and one woman. No, who told you that? What? What do you mean no? Oriana, don't argue with the sheeple kind. They're simple folk, okay? I mean that they're wrong. Almost none of the relationships I know are like that. How could it be normal then? They aren't? I think I can explain that to you if you want. Yes, please. I'm very confused right now. Machi nods at Ori and then clears her throat. Myth relationships often follow different sets of rules than human ones. Perrin, for example, is a sheeple. Sheeple evolved to have significantly more female offspring. This means that there are multiple female sheeple for every male sheeple, which in turn leads to polycule relationships with one male and multiple females. We vampires, hi, I'm a vampire by the way, are different from humans in regards to relationships too. We can't be with men for various reasons that I won't get into now, so we usually form relationships with other vampires. You're freaking laughing. I'm laughing with you. And since there are no male vampires, those relationships are universally homosexual. Femboys. Oh, some clans even become one big polyamorous relationship instead of the usual family-esque structure. Other kinds of myth have other forms of relationships too, with only some of them following the traditional human way of monoamorous relationships between a man and a woman. So while it might seem strange to you, it's not that unusual for us. But I'm human. I only know the human way. And you're not the first one to have issues coming to terms with this topic either. It's actually something that a lot of our fledgling vampires are troubled by when they get turned and introduced into our society. Most humans struggle with letting go of their beliefs, even when confronted with fundamentally different circumstances. But the truth is that there are many ways to live life. Yeah, you could go the right way, the wrong way, down a one-way street, wrong way, down a one-way street. I need to think about that. I'll be on the balcony for a bit, okay? Yeah, go ahead. I'll come out in a few minutes too. Yes, please. Ori skitters past us and steps out on the balcony, confusion written plainly on her face. Poor girl, who is she? We grew up together. She was... No, childhood friend. Might be like, oh, that archetype. Yikes. We grew up together. She was deeply involved with the church and about to become a nun. I was only barely able to prevent her from taking her vows earlier today. Ah, so that's why she was wearing the nun tabard before. At first I assumed the two of you were into kinky nun roleplay, that type of shit. Yeah! 6'7" or 6'9". Yeah, I can't say that the idea isn't exciting, but yeah. Right now, Ori is completely lost because everything she believed in fell apart and she finds herself confronted with a new world. Kinda how I felt a week ago. A week and a half, so I don't blame her. I've been there too, I'll bet it's been a few years for me. Way older than I look. Let's leave it at that for now. There's no problem with age, honey. There's no problem with that. Especially when they're like 600 years old above, you know? It's like, what are we gonna do? Technically, I'll be the younger one in the relationship, right? Yeah, okay. I'm still iffy with June though. I'm still a bit like, ooh, I don't know about June. She kind of reminds me of like a daughter, you know, like a little sister. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Give her time and be there for her when she struggles. That's the best you can do right now. She has to find her own way to accept this new world. You know what? Those who are watching, assuming you do or not, comment down below. Best girl. Who would you pick if you were on Sense? Let's say you can't do a harem. I know a harem is like, oh, I don't need to do the hard way of choosing. Just marry all of them or some shit, right? What if you can't? You have to pick one. Comment down below. Comment down below. I'd pick Miko. Oh, the wars have started. She has to find her own way to accept this new world. And if I were you, I'd probably wait for her to make advances. Otherwise, your relationship might become strained. I think I agree with you, but just out of curiosity, why do you think that would happen? Because I've seen it before. Fledglings who took to anyone showing warmth and sympathy only to later realize that they were merely using it as a means to stay afloat and not drown. You usually don't want her to accept your advances only because they give her a sense of familiarity and security, right? That's called being taken advantage of, or taking the advantage. Yeah, I'd rather she'd accept them because she wanted the same. Exactly. So maybe take it slow for a while, but that's just my 2 cents. It's up to you if you want to take my advice and buy some Coke with it, you know, in the convenience store, whatever. No, I think you're right. I've told her about my feelings and that has to suffice. It's up to her now. Very good. Now go out there and talk to her. Yeah? Kareen? Did you fall asleep? That's my sleepy, asleep. I've noticed that. I also don't know what to call myself, actually. You could also call me M. That's like first letter of my name. Great, everybody knows. Shit. Not really, maybe just a little bit. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I have to get up. Do you mind if we take a break for a bit? Will you do that again next time I'm on your lap? Whenever you want, babe. Then okay. Is it weird calling her babe? With that, Perrin sets up and stretches for a moment before hopping off of my lap and joining Machi on the couch. Once I'm free to move, I get up as well and turn towards the balcony. Before I actually go there, however, I decided I should check in with Suzu first. She's been in her room for a while now and I can't help but wonder if she's doing alright. Oh, she's doing fine, phenomenal. She's doom scrolling on TalkTick. After knocking and being invited in, I step into Suzu's room and find her lying on her bed, her phone in front of her. Hey, cutie. Sen, is everything alright? Walking over to her, she sits up on the bed while I grab her chair and sit down in front of her. I was gonna ask you the same. Me? Why? I was worried that you might feel neglected or something like that. Why would I? Or why would I? We're married. I've already won the war. They have to battle to get second place. I've been crowned king. I feel like that's what she feels, you know. She's pretty cocky. Why would I? Ori needs her attention and way more than I do right now. Not that I'm not happy that you're here. I love getting your attention more than anything else. But I'm okay with being in here by myself. It was nice to have some time to think about today. Oh? Something you want to talk about? Not now. We can talk about it later during our walk. Don't you have to get back out to Perrin and Machi? Why are they here anyways? Did something happen? Yeah, kinda. They seem to have had a falling out with Clan Anzo's first generation Lilith. Ooh. How bad is it? Very bad, it sounds like. So much so that they apparently can't go back as long as Lilith is the head of the clan. Oh no. Is there anything we can do? Not that I know of. We could let them stay here with us. I don't think that's necessary. Machi already called Kuro, who can apparently help them. Okay? You think I should go talk to them? I mean, maybe. I'm not sure what you could do, but I have to take care of Oriana in a moment, so I guess it would be nice if we could entertain them in a bit. Like, a wife? Oh, I guess you could see it that way. Yeah, it does kind of feel like it. I'll go talk to them when you're with Oriana. Thanks, cutie. You're amazing. Mwah. Yeah, we kissed her. If only we were alone at home right now. Calm down, woman. Yeah. Sorry, cutie. I did not expect the day to go like it did at all. It's okay. It's not your fault. I love how kind you are to them. I'm just doing what I feel is right. Creating harem. I know you're right. Alright, the dudes... I don't know if anyone's watching, but the dude somehow stumbling upon my words. You're fucking lying if you haven't thought of a harem. Right? I know that sounds like, wow, typical man. I think women would also think about hot dudes as a harem. Right? There's no... I'm just saying, it has crossed our minds. Maybe for some people, no, because they've never thought that they could achieve such a thing. Or for some people, it can dream. And some dreams are just hope. Hoping that, you get isekai or some shit. I know you are. Should we go back to them now? Yeah, let's go back out. Heading back out of Suzu's room together, we split up in the living room. While Suzu joins Machi and Perrin, taking my spot on the chair, I give them a quick wink and head out into the balcony to talk to Ori. Outside, I find Ori in a similar position to when we were out here before, albeit notably farther away from the railing where Machi climbed up. Ori? Sen, I'm sorry for my reaction in there. I step closer and lean into the railing next to her and look into her beautiful blue eyes. Man, I'd take a swim in that ocean. Oh my days. Don't be. I know how overwhelming all of this is. I was in your shoes only a week ago. Then how did you manage to accept all of this so quickly? I feel like nothing makes sense anymore. All I had believed in turned out to be false. I'm not sure, to be honest. For a while I felt like I was being tossed around by one event after another, not being able to collect my bearings. But over the course of this last week, I must have gotten used to the world being more than I thought it was. It's actually not as daunting as it felt at the beginning. Yes, the world is a lot more complex than we thought it was, but that's a good thing, isn't it? How so? Close your eyes for a moment and just listen to me, okay? Okay? Try to ignore your fear for a moment. Try to look past the false belief of right and wrong you've been taught. Think back to when we were kids. Do you remember when we were playing outside your parents' house? When we pretended to be the things we saw on TV? Now try and remember the feelings of when we began making up our own stories because the ones on the TV got boring. When we were talking about going out there, finding treasures and hidden secrets. It was exciting, wasn't it? Thinking that the world wasn't as mundane as it seemed. Maybe being able to become something special ourselves, not just boring old humans. You always wanted to be a pirate captain who could cast magic fireballs. Yeah, Captain Blazelord was such a silly name. But I think I made a in-game name before, like 420 Blaze It. No, Blaze It. It was like, in the Philippines it's called Jejemon, where you use numbers as letters, you know, to like freaking spell it. Yeah. Jejemon, yeah, that's what they call it. Why was it called like that? I can't. I gotta research on that. Why? I thought it was cute. And do you remember what you wanted to be too? I do. Tell me. I always wanted to be a fairy princess who could heal people with magic. My God, I think I'm having my right hand hurts, and no, not for that reason. You sick people like me. Hell yeah, what was her name? I'm sorry. Sometimes I think, and then I jump right in. Then I'll be like, whoa. I don't have ADHD, I think. Lady Blazelord. Wait, what? No, her name was Lady Leafheart. That's just what I said out loud. In my head, she was always Lady Blazelord, wife of Captain Blazelord. Oh, I told you that you were my first crush, didn't I? You did? I'm still surprised though, and kind of upset that I never noticed. Neither did I, as you said before. We were just kids back then. Yeah, I guess you're right. Still though, Lady Blazelord, I really wanted to be your wife, and you were so excited about being Captain Blazelord, so you've always been adorable, you know that? Thank you, Sen. I think I see what you were trying to say. There seems to be more to our world than we thought, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. All of the myths you've introduced me to me so far have been really nice. I want to believe that they aren't out to harm us. Shit! Oh no, we can't spill the beans on them Tatas right there. But you're still afraid. I get it, or believe me, I do. I'm not asking you to blindly accept things either. All I'm asking is that you try and trust me to protect you as best as I can. You're important to me, and I won't let anything happen to you. I do trust you, and I'm still here, aren't I? This is new and scary as heck, but I kind of want to see what's going to happen. And I want to see it together with you. It's like that song with Eminem. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. Or maybe that wasn't Eminem, I can't remember. Do you mean? I'm still not sure about that. But yes, maybe. What am I supposed to do though? I can't ever go back to the church now, can I? Yeah, I'm afraid that's not an option anymore. Sorry, Ori. I told your dad that you might have been replaced by a doppelganger and that the real you doesn't know about what happened. So you can go back home to him at least. You just have to act like you don't remember what happened. Do you think you can manage that? I have to, don't I? Kinda, yeah. But I'm sure if it would come down to it, we'd be able to find another solution. The final solution. Thank you, Sen. For what? For being my best and oldest friend. It's my pleasure, Ori. Can you kiss me again? Are you sure? I think so. It felt very good before. Not seeing any point in describing the kiss we kiss. Unlike before, she isn't completely passive this time, and we just go in there like it's a mall or something. You just explore the senses, the scenery, the feeling of it. After a bit more kissing, we break apart, and I can feel some sort of mutual understanding between the two of us. We both want more at some point. However, neither the time nor the circumstances are right for that, so we both don't say anything for now. Quietly, Ori and I stand around in the balcony together for a few more minutes before I turn around to head inside. Ori tells me that she'd prefer to stay out, enjoy the nice weather, and think some more. So I leave her there and head back on my own. When I step back into the apartment, I find only Machi there with no sight of either Suzu or Perrine. Well, who made the first move? Oh, you saw that, huh? She's asked me and felt like she wanted it. I'm glad to hear that. Where are the other two? Perrine asked Suzy if she could show her room. I think Perrine was trying to prevent awkward silence between the three of us. I see. Sorry about leaving you alone in here. Don't be. We intruded on you, so we can't really expect to be entertained or anything. You've been a great host so Oh, hello, nerds. Oh, Rio. Hey, Rio. So you're the one she was talking about. You know her too? Wait, what do you mean who was talking about me? Ronan. Hold on, how do you know Azuna's nickname? Well, hello? Could you people stop ignoring me? Fucking rude, dude. Sorry, Rio, what's up? What's your message for? Well, this is gonna be the thumbnail. I don't freaking know, man. She's a familiar, so she's not a hologram. She's an actual creature that can change her size and teleport. Interesting. I've got messages for both of you, but I'm not sure that I want to tell you anymore. Because we've ignored you? Yeah, because you've ignored me. That wasn't very nice of you. We're really sorry, Rio. I was just so surprised that Sen knew you too. You're excused. And what's your excuse, nerd? The same? No, that's cheating. Think of something better. Well, knowing you seems like something very special, so I did not expect Machi to know you too. Are you just saying that to get my message, nerd? No, I mean it. You're not just really cute, but you're also the coolest someone I've ever seen. She's a tiny gal. Don't comment on how I know that tag. Wee! Would that, yeah, I don't know, man. It just works. I think you're my new favorite. Well, you're my favorite summon too, Rio. Yay! You said you had messages from Azuna for us, Rio? Yeah, that's right. How bad is your situation? Can you go back? I don't think I can. Lilith has figured out that I've worked against her all these years. Ronin was afraid you would say that. Sen, in the case of Machi not being able to return, Ronin wants me to ask if we could take care of Machi and her familiar for a couple days. What does taking care of her mean? Give her shelter and protect her while Ronin and the others look into accommodations for her. How am I supposed to do that? Not that I don't want to, but my apartment isn't the biggest and I already have 2 girls living with me. Please wait a moment, I'll be back short. Huh. You know what? That's actually cool. If you had a familiar, a summon, or a butler that can do that, my god, wait a minute. That actually sounds really useful. So, you're part of a SECS, huh? Have you done it? And I assume so are you? I scratched the back of my head. For a few days now, yeah. Inquisitor? Yeah, and you're the infiltrator they lost contact to? I had to hide in the mansion and couldn't get to my things, if you remember. Yeah, well, I did not expect that. Neither did I when I came here. I'm back, nerds. Oh my, well, a silver or no, a platinum card. Hey Rio, what's that? Huff, this is for you. A credit card. Vertigold. Your new mission is to keep Machi safe as soon as she returns to you and until she can move into her new safe house. What? Me? Why? How? What? Ronin's order? She said she trusts you with Machi's safety. Doesn't Machi get a say in it though? I'm fine with this. I'd rather not risk Perrine's and my life out there by being on her own. Okay, that much I get, but wouldn't someone else be better suited for that? Someone like, I don't know, Claus for example? That's actually, yeah, I was like, that's a fair question actually. Why send Rio? Ronin didn't tell me, nerd. You can ask her yourself though. I can? Yeah, Ronin wants their company sent to the headquarters when he goes there. You're going to HQ today? Yeah, I promised Inaiwen to bring a couple of her gadgets back this afternoon. She must have told Ronin about that. I also got my hands on some potentially important objects connected to the church, which I need to give to Inaiwen while I'm there. I don't really want to keep those around here for longer than necessary, you know? Didn't you say you were with us for only a few days at this? Well, I'm not saying I have the main character syndrome, Machi, but you're looking at him. You might be looking at the LeBron James of harems right here. Yeah, it's been less than a week. And you're already collecting church artifacts? I got lucky earlier during Ori's ceremony. Couldn't have done it without Inaiwen's KO cube though. She's giving you gadgets of that level already? I guess, is that not normal? Because dare I say we did it. Let's just go with that. You know, on the beach, I censored that. But you can check it out. After I reveal when I do a video where you can check out those scenes. It's kind of stupid where you're gonna have to find it though. I'm not sure. I was undercover for quite a while, so maybe it isn't all that uncommon by now. Huh. Well, anyway, I guess you'll come with me to HQ in a bit. Rio, what's a credit card for exactly? Why give it to me now and not when we get to HQ? To cover expenses, anything to make sure that Machi is safe. Okay, what does that mean? You know what you need to do, nerd. I do, and I've gotten used to my current style. Accompany her and make sure she's safe. Pay for anything she needs, then bring her to Ronin. I guess I'll do that then. Would you tell Ronin that we'll be there as soon as possible? Yes, sir. Is there anything else? Machi? Nothing from me for now. I don't have anything else either. Okay, I'll be off then. See you soon, Sen. Another one added to the harem, and with that she's gone. So what is it you need to do? I'll have to get the makeover, change my style to be harder to recognize, get my haircut, all that jazz. Yikes, I'm more of a blues guy. Oh, I see why you don't like that too much. Your hair is pretty long and pretty. I know, but I bet you look pretty hot with short hair if I'm honest. Say what now? Oh, this guy, man. Your wife, childhood friend, and her family are sitting just right in the next room. You're gonna be doing this now. But then again, you can't keep the Rizzler locked up in the cage. I think short hair would look pretty good on you. You think so? Pretty sure, yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sen. I'll keep that in mind for when we're at the hairdresser. When do you want to head out? Shit, that late already, huh? I'd say we should go now if possible. I'd like to be back here early. Alright, you had plans for this afternoon, didn't you? Which were ruined. I'm kidding. I'm sorry for getting in the way, Sen. I mean, this is a favor you're asking for me. Maybe you could pay it back in some other way other than money, right? It's fine, it's not your fault, but yeah, if possible, I'd like to be here for when June's mom comes over. Or at least for part of that. Then let's go. I'm sure we can make it in time. Alright, can you let Suzu and Perrine know? I assume we're taking Perrine with us. Yes. Okay, I'll quickly talk to Ori and Suzu, then we can go. Alright. Alrighty now. Getting up, Machi heads towards Suzu's room to fetch Perrine. She gets invited in before even having to knock. I, on the other hand, head back out to Ori to ask her if she wants us to take her home on our way. Hey, Ori, still watching the city? Which summer? It's calming. Everything looks so small from up here, so far away. Far away now, far away now, far away. And listen, something came up and I need... Oh wait, that was panty and stockings with garter belt. First opening. Correct me if I'm wrong, that was it, right? Listen, something came up and I need to head out for work for at least an hour, likely longer. If you want, you can stay here with Suzu until I'm back, or we can drop you off at home on our way. We? Machi, Perrine, and I, turns out there's more to their visit than just trying to scare us up here. Okay, but what should I tell my dad? Tell him that you ran into me while going for a walk and that I've told you about what happened at the church. Do you think he will believe me? I have a strong suspicion that he will, yes. He might also mention something about an evaluation. I told him that I've got some experience with cases like yours, so he might ask you to see me in the next couple days. And you can always just text me too, just let me know when something's wrong and I'll come to your help, alright? Oh, also try to stay clear of anyone affiliated with the church, just to be safe. Okay, thank you, Sen. That's what I'm here for. Come, let's get you back home then. Okay. No! I want my harem in this small-ass apartment. But it's a large apartment. For 2 or 3 people. Or it's large enough, let's go with that. But for 4 or 5? Oh, me, man. I don't think so. Heading back inside, we find that Machi has already rallied Suzu and Perrine, waiting for us with them in their living room. Since Suzu knows about the gist of what's going to happen already, the only thing I tell her is that I might be a bit late for when June and Hibiki come over. She tells me that it's okay, that she and June will take care of Hibiki until I get back home. I then give her a quick kiss. What? Much to the delight of Machi and eliciting a small gasp from Perrine for grabbing the things I need to take with me and throwing on a new shirt. Once I've gathered everything up, I give the girls in my company a warning to stay clear of the bag with loot unless they want to give themselves a nice headache. They nod at me, after which I pull my phone out, open the Boober app, and request someone to come pick us up at my address. By the time we leave my apartment building, the Boober driver has already made it over and is waiting for us. Oh my god, that's actually That might be genius. We have Grab, we have Uber. Here we have Food Panda. What would be now I'm thinking what would be a good app name? I look around carefully to check going back to the thing for suspicious individuals before waving Madge and Perrine out of the building, but don't find anyone even remotely interested in us. Maybe they did get away from the mansion without anyone following them. The four of us get into the car with me in the front next to the driver, and we give him Aura's address to get her home first. After a relatively short drive, we arrive at Aura's destination and say goodbyes. For a moment, I feel like she's about to kiss me goodbye too. But in the end, her innate shyness in combination with the presence of the others wins, and she simply waves bashfully. Once Ori has exited the car and entered the home, I give the driver the address of the mall next. On our way over there, I find my thoughts wandering back to Ori again and again. As glad as I am to have successfully prevented her from joining the church earlier, I can't help but feel like things aren't quite over yet. I can't see the church simply accepting what happened earlier during the ceremony. But I guess in the end, it all depends on what Rota tells his superiors. Looking back at the other two, I find Perrine being asleep on Machi's shoulder with her mouth open and slightly drooling, which is adorable, and Machi staring outside, seemingly lost in thought. Since I'm not too interested in striking up a conversation with our driver, I keep it like Machi and turn my attention to the world outside, letting my... Oh, what the fuck? Did I almost crack my throat voice-ish? Letting my thoughts wander. By the time I grow bored by just idly staring out of the window, I find that we've made it almost all the way to the mall. Machi seems to have noticed the same and gently wakes up Perrine too. A moment later, we arrive at our destination. The school. Nope. It's the mall. Alright, what's the plan? New clothes first? I can't keep running around in this. Afterwards, a new hairstyle. I also need a new phone, but I think I'll ask Styx if she has something for me when we get there. Heh. Knowing her, you'll probably be able to fly with your phone. Not that you need that to reach higher places like a balcony or anything. I try to put as much snarks as I can into this comment because she's gotta be the harem. Right? I'm amazing as is. Yeah, I guess you are. You still haven't told me how you managed that. And you think the middle of a mall is the right place to discuss this? Yeah, never mind. I think I'm starting to feel a little too comfortable with this new situation. It could be worse. Come, let's go. What are those sprites behind her? What do you mean? Do you need me to help you pick something? Lord, no. I have Perrine for that. You do have the credit card though, even though I don't know why you have it. She probably thinks that I'm the more responsible between the two of us, which to be fair, I could see being the case. Stop talking nonsense and let's go. Alright, lead the way. Doing as she's told, Machi takes point and leads our little group towards one of those, not gonna lie, stores that I've seen popping up everywhere lately. Once inside, she and Perrine begin perusing the shelves and racks full of clothes in a seemingly arbitrary order while I watch them and our surroundings. If there is a system to their madness, I fail to recognize it and eventually decide to not even try anymore. Instead, I take a seat in an area that looks like it's made for people like me who just got dragged along. Since I was tasked with making sure that Machi and Perrine by extension are safe, I can't even use my phone or anything to pass the time with as many strangers around. Luckily, Machi seems to know pretty well that what she's looking for and waves me over to the checkout after only 10 or so minutes. Whoa, Mary here already, man. Only 10 minutes? After getting her new outfit, Machi guides me out of the clothing store and towards a nearby hair salon. I assume it's the one where Suzu got her hair cut last week too? Maybe it's a myth store? Either way, it's a pretty small salon with only a single person inside. They decide to stay right outside the door where I can keep an eye on anyone trying to enter. Machi, on the other hand, takes the credit card from me and walks into the salon. Perrine in tow. What the fuck, Vertigo? You sick bastard! Why would you put Salon and Perrine close to one another? Now I wanted to just stand around gawking at random passerbys, which I usually do sometimes because I don't really do anything at the malls other than eat, go around, walk a bit, then sit down, or stand beside a fucking wall or something. Random passerby, and confident that I'd noticed someone tried to enter, I do take out my phone this time and check the messages I saw earlier. Gotta check our waifu's like messages. Hi Sen, I can't stop thinking about Ori. Do you think she's already said her vows? I so hope she has changed her mind, but it didn't seem like she would. Please let me know if you've heard something from her, okay? I can't wait to see you later today. Miko, how can anyone be so kind? Other than our wife, of course. Her. Hey Miko. Or didn't go through with it. I actually dropped her off at home a few minutes ago after she spent some time with us at my place. A bunch of crazy stuff has happened since then, and I'm currently on my way to the headquarters for a new mission. But I'll tell you more about that later tonight, okay? What do you think about going for a movie? I could come pick you up at your place later and we take it from there. We're doing something in the movies. I'm seeing it a fucking kilometer away, 1,000 kilometer away, okay? What do you say? My afternoon's a bit busy still, but I'll check my phone for an answer when I get the chance. Looking forward to seeing you later. No heart. Come on, man. I really can't wait to see her again. It's been too long already. Kuro's message. Sen, Azuna's convinced me that you're the guy to entrust Machi to. I hope her faith in you is warranted. Not that I think she's wrong of anything. What I mean is, please make sure that nothing happens to her. And thanks, I owe you big time. Gonna talk to Azuna about a reward for you later. Sloppy toppy with a little bit of frosty. Oh my god. Painstaking. These memes are ass. Somebody put her in fucking jail, man. And I hope Kuro and Dad will never meet each other. These are dad memes. Call me if you need something, alright? Take care. Monday. Kuro, hey. You know where I'll take good care of Machi. We're currently on our way to HQ to see Ronin. What kind of reward are you thinking of? Can you give me a hint? Oh, and a funny meme, by the way. This guy is buttering up to Kuro because she's a bit, seniority. Higher in command in a way. Very French. Here's your hint. If you work hard, you're allowed to relax hard. She doesn't mean that we're gonna relax, like hardcore. She's telling us we can relax hard. That doesn't help you one bit. What kind of detective are you? That's such a good hint. One that can pick you up and bend you over his knee if you keep asking questions like that. Where did that come from now? I'm not sure, to be honest. Sounds like someone has a bit of a kinky side. And maybe a thing for older women too. I'm not into older women. I'm into like 100 to 500-year-old women, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Tinder is filled with bots, Correct me if I'm wrong, right? I do say that a lot. But if it wasn't filled with bots, what if you put in age to 1,000 plus and then you get some baddie, and then they're a vampire? What do you do? I'd be like, yeah, fuck me. I mean, kill me. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely not the reason here. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? I'm hundreds of years older than ya. Baby, but you still don't feel the part. Now, if you were to wear one of the uniforms from Crimson High, on the other hand. Did you just call me a little girl, laddie? How dare ya? Just wait until I see you next time, I'll break ya. Just like I broke freaking Brexit. I'm kidding, I'm still gonna show you who's the little girl between the two of us. Oh, really? Now I'm kinda curious how that's gonna go for you. Give it your best, I guess. Just you wait. You need to go now. Got stuff to buy. Later, sucker! Please still take care of Machi. Yeah, see ya, Kura. Well, that convo took a bit of a turn I did not expect. I can't say that I don't like where it went, though. Can't wait to see what happens when I relax hard. Hannah's message. Alright, I skipped a little bit. Hi, Sen. I'm looking forward to Wednesday. I wish you had taken me with you into the storage room murder, but I understand why you chose Kagome instead of me. We cannot have people start spreading rumors about us. My image as class president would be forever tarnished. Thank you for being considerate of that. I'm looking forward to Wednesday. Oh, I already said that. Ignore that, please. But yes, I'm looking forward to Wednesday. Have a nice day, Sen. Han. Yeah, she's going out of her way to just justify my behavior in front of herself. The longer I wait before telling her about the others, the worse it'll presumably get. Yeah, we gotta tell her. This is now a misunderstanding. Like we're protecting her honor. Fuck that shit, man. We're here to fuck that shit. You know what I mean? We're here to tear some guts. I'm sorry, it's like 1 a.m. I'm recording this 1 a.m. time. I'm a bit like chip. I got a different step, a bit chipper. I guess I should tell her as soon as possible. But this is very much a conversation to be had face to face. So I guess it's gonna be Wednesday. Hey Kana, I'm looking forward to Wednesday too. I'll text you tomorrow to talk about a concrete time and place, alright? Oh, that's all. After what feels like an hour, but probably was only 30 minutes or so, Perrine comes out of the salon and props herself up in front of me. Are you ready to be razzle-dazzled, mister? Sure. Dazzled by what, though? Just say yes. Yes? Then feast your eyes on his beauty. Gosh, damn. Is that really you, Magic? Is that really you? Boing. Did you... Brother got sprung. Did you see anyone else enter the salon? I mean, no, but damn. You look gorgeous. Now that's the kind of reaction a woman wants to see after getting a new hairstyle. Thank you, Sandhamster on screen. You're very welcome. Do you want to stare some more or should we get going? I'm perfectly fine with both options. I mean... Okay, that's fine. I'm just... You kind of remind me of someone now. I do? Of whom? A friend of mine. Her name is Nene. Actually... Holy shamalago, man. Holy shibnaguro. Holy Yolgadoth. Yosaba Cthulhu, man. Like Azathoth. Mathiosintos. What the hell? A friend of mine, her name is Nene. You could easily pass as her sister with a new hairstyle. Oh, really? Well, maybe I'll meet her at some point. That could be fun. Yeah, maybe. But anyways, let's get you to HQ. I'll call another boober. Okay. Another boober with those boobs? After putting in a request in the app, it doesn't take long for a boober. A cute girl this time to arrive and pick us up. We enter the car with me in the front again, and I give the girl an address near Crimson High. Seemingly being rather excitable, our boober steps into the gas pedal and gets us to our destination in record time. Upon our arrival there, I pay our driver and give her a generous tip, then we exit the car and step into the school premises, heading towards a little shed in the back. After looking around to make sure that we're not being watched, the three of us entered the shed. Since Perrine apparently hadn't been at HQ before, she's a bit confused at first. She's like, so your organization all lives in a shed? That's crazy. As to why we're entering a random shed behind the school. As soon as I start opening up the secret entrance, because Machi apparently doesn't know about the necessary steps. However, she gets really excited. I think because she's our contact. She's a spy. She's our informant. If she gets caught, she can't spill the beans, right? Better to not give her the knowledge that, you know, this is the place. Once underground, I use my impeccable navigational skills to lead our little group to Ronin's office. A quick knock. Later, the three of us step into Ronin's office. Upon entering, I leave the sack with the things from the church at the door. Ah, you made it. Good job, man. What? Didn't you say we went down? Why are there windows in here, mister? Those are apparently fake. We are underground. It's some really well thought out technology. There are a bunch of cameras and screens. Yeah, that's the same thing I thought, man. Wow, I didn't know something like that was possible. Huh. I had a similar reaction when I came here for the first time. Impressive, isn't it? Now let's see Paul Allen's secret windows and screens. Windows. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, you must be Perrine. Huli's familiar. I'm Ronin. Huli, huh? Now huli siya. Oh, but for any Filipinos that somehow stumbled at, yeah. So that pretty much huli ka na. Multiple meanings. Either you're late, you got caught, or yeah. I wonder if Machi is even her actual name now that I think about it. Welcome to our headquarters. That's me. Yes, thank you. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Perrine. Now to you. It's good to see you, sis. We were all worried about you. Thanks, Azuna. Give me just a second, alright? You need to be home in time, don't you? Yeah, but I at least need to talk to Ivan before that. Why? Is there anything you need to talk to Sen about? We can chat while he's doing what he has to do. I'd rather not inconvenience him too much by disrupting his plans, if I'm already being pawned off on him. Good to see that you haven't changed too much over the last few years, Huli. Okay, man. Here's the thing. Most of us veterans are at least somewhat known in certain circles, so we'd have a harder time hiding. and therefore protecting Huli. Here over here. That leaves only the newcomers. Really. And among those are pretty much the only one I want to entrust her to. The other three are either not yet fit for the task or at the very least haven't proven themselves yet. Rio's told you already, man, but I wanted to take care of Huli for a few days while we look into a more permanent way to protect her. At least until things have blown over a bit. This is not an order though. If you feel like you're not up for the task and don't want to do it for whatever other reason, you gotta tell me. Straight. Sounds like Machi could be in a lot of trouble if I don't help her. And she is pretty hot. And she has a Perrine package combo. Hot and cute. Nice. While it could be a bit crowded at home, I think it'd still be doable. Susie and June are sleeping with me anyway, so Susie's bed is pretty much vacant. I don't think she'd mind giving Machi and Perrine her bed for a couple days either. Perrine would probably take over cooking duties too, actually. Yeah, alright, I'll do it, yeah. Ah, good, thanks. Good man. You won't regret it. I won't, huh? Just wait, Kurt's got plans amongst plans, you know. A plan within a plan. And you just got yourself a VIP pass to those plans. Well, now you've got me curious. Later, man. For now, all you need to know is that Huli may or may not have a big old target on her back, depending on how pissed that Anzu woman is. Yeah, I can approach this however I think is best, right? You can. What are you thinking of? I'm not sure yet, but I appreciate the trust. Is there anything else I need to know? Nothing too urgent, man. I'll send Rio over later tonight. She'll explain a few more details to you once I've hashed them out. What is it you need to talk to Styx about, if you don't mind my curiosity? I pointed the sack with church memorabilia. I've looked into phones and IDs of a few church members, including a bishop and 2 agents, I guess. I figured Inaiwan could potentially extract some interesting bits of information from it. Looked into that, have ya? Yeah, I saw an opportunity and took it. You don't say. Don't let us stop you then. Head over to Styx and give her your bag of loot, man. Alright, I'll come back here afterwards to pick you two up. Machi? No need. This is going to be a somewhat longer conversation. One of the others will escort them to your place later tonight. Alright, I'll head out then. I'm about to turn around to leave the room again when Ronan speaks up again. Hey, Sen? What's up? Good job, man. We need all the info we can get. Thanks, Ronan. See you tonight, Sen. Bye! And with that, I leave Ronan's office and make my way over to Inaiwan's workshop. Sensor. I know it. I felt her naked, man. After arriving at the workshop, I knock and promptly get invited in, only to find Inaiwan working topless again. Hey, Inaiwan. Yes, so Sen, be right with you. Sure, take your time. Just a moment later, Inaiwan puts on whatever she's been working on and comes over to greet me. Do you mind? You're being topless? Not at all. Would you get dressed if I did? Reluctantly. How did your thing go? Were you able to save your friend? Yeah, I was. Not sure if I could have done it without the cube though. You had to use it. Yeah, I knocked out everyone in the church. I give Inaiwan a bit of a wicked smile. Then I robbed them. Is that what that sack is about? What sack? My sack or this sack? It is. I figured you might be able to extract all kinds of useful info from their phones. Brought their IDs and some other stuff I found on them as well. One of them was even a high-ranking church agent, it seems. Oh, really? And you got their phone? I slightly lift the sack in my hand for emphasis. An ID, yeah, all in here. All in here, yeah. I also grabbed his crucifix. Apparently there's something special about it. How so? I'm not sure, to be honest. From what I can tell, there are certain crucifixes that are called shards. The same apparently goes for the people who carry them within the church. That is known, yes? For some reason, my friend has one as well. This led to some weird misunderstandings on Saturday, where we unknowingly ran into the church guy with a shard from today. Long story short, he thought I was a shard as well because I was holding to my friend's crucifix on Saturday. He gave me another one earlier because I told him mine had been stolen. So I've got a high-ranking cover identity within the church now and the artifact to make it believable. Interesting. And you brought both of those shards with you? Yeah, his is in the sack, mine's in my pocket. Do you need both? His should suffice for now. What do you intend to do with yours though? I'm not really sure what it does, except for having a negative effect on myths in close proximity to me. Or maybe it's just vampires, seeing as you haven't shown any sign of a headache or anything yet. I don't, and that's actually rather interesting. Usually they work on most myths. I'm curious to take one of them apart later. Interesting. Either way, since I'm gonna be surrounded by at least 2 vampires for the next couple of days, I thought about leaving it here too for safekeeping. The only issue with that is that my cover identity would need to be confirmed by the other shard I've met earlier for me to be able to use it in the future. That would likely not hold up if it required any form of official verification. So as it stands, a crucifix is the only way for me to use the cover in a sensible way. I just can't store it at my apartment and risk it having any adverse effects on the girls. He just wants to see her topless and to have an excuse to see her topless. Suddenly, I find myself being stared at intensely, like I'm being evaluated. Iwin? Did you bring the cloaker and the KO cube back? Yeah, I've got them with me. Give them to me. Yeah, sure. Taking the ring off and the cube from my pocket, I hand both over, even though part of me is really reluctant to part with the cloaker. Here. Thanks again for lending them to me. They both prove invaluable. Is everything alright? Yes, Sen, everything is fine. I'm just considering whether to give you another device or not. What kind of device? Something to solve your issues with the crucifix. That would be great. What's the problem though? The device I'm thinking of is a prototype and not yet fully tested, so I can't guarantee that it works as intended. I usually don't give out anything I can't predict the effects of. However, in this case, it's not exactly the technology... Oh, what the heck, man? It's not exactly the technology that's new, but the form it comes in. So I'm willing to see this as a field test of sorts, provided that you are okay with taking the manageable risk of a prototype. What are we talking about? A wristwatch with a pocket dimension. Whoa! Something corrupted? Maybe an alternative kingdom? You're kidding me, right? I'm not. The technology I figured out years ago already. But it's been only recently that I was able to get it working in a portable fashion. Holy shit, that's crazy, Naiwin. How big of a space are we talking about? Not too big, sadly. It's a little less than a cubic meter. The size was one of the biggest issues I had to deal with. Trying to get the portable version working since the energy needed to create the link is directly proportional to the dimension size. Since I have yet to figure out how to circumvent that, I can't do anything about it. The current version is the best compromise between the dimension size and the energy source's lifespan. What kind of energy source is even needed to fuel a device like that? That's a trade secret I'm not willing to share with you yet. Maybe eventually I'll tell you about it. You know what? That's fair. What kind of risks are we talking about with a prototype then? Reasonable risk of failure when trying to access the dimension. Very low risk of creating a black hole and destroying the planet. You're joking. No, a cubic size freaking black hole. A penny-sized black hole would destroy a planet. You're joking, right? I am kind of. There's a failsafe in place to prevent that from happening. Someone would have to actively disable that and funnel an excessive amount of energy into the gadget to create an actual black hole from it. Are you actually a mad scientist, Iwin? Ha! That's for future generations to decide, I suppose. They might call me Iwin. Yo, I'm a mad scientist, you son of a bitch. Get that reference? That's from an anime. Time travel. Shenanigans. Time shenanigans. Anime. Yeah, how often can I use it before it runs out of energy? And how do I recharge it? Made your decision already, have you? As with the cloaker, it recharges by itself given enough time. You can safely use it a few times a day without having to worry about running out of energy. I'd advise to not exceed 12 times per day though. That's plenty. It's a decent number, yes. Alright, and in there the crucifix won't have any effect on anyone around me. It's literally in another dimension. The only time there may be an effect is when you access the dimension itself, because at that point you're creating a temporary bridge. I thought as much, but I had to make sure. Okay, let me get the watch for you then. Yeah, thanks. My gosh, she has an ass. Alright, once again, Iwin leaves me standing in her workshop while she goes and grabs a gadget for me. Unlike the last couple times, however, she's topless this time, giving me some very nice eye candy while she moves around. Thoughts of our last encounter at the beach begin to surface, and I have to fight the urge to make any advances. Just like that song. I just got to fight this feeling. I can't remember the last two words. I got this feeling. Not that I don't want to get close to her again. But I really need to talk to Hibiki, and I should also go visit Nerez like I said I would. And there's Suzu. While I'm still trying to calm my hormones down, Inaiwen apparently finds what she's looking for and comes back over. Here, put it on and I'll show you how it works. We can store your crucifix in there already. Taking the watch from Inaiwen, I put it on my wrist. All thoughts of getting frisky forgotten for the moment. Okay, what now? Damn, she's hot. Hold your forearm in front of yourself and press and hold the two buttons on the sides at the same time for at least 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, what now? Once you let go of them, a hole will open above the watch. It'll look like a black void floating in the air. Try it out. Holy fuck! That's a Shinra Tensei right there. Anyone? I'm telling what anime that is, or where it came from. You should know. Shinra Tensei. You shall feel pain or something. That's a good hint, right? Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it? You can say that again. What do I do now? First of all, you don't have to hold your arm out the whole time. The rift is anchored to your body and moves with you while you're wearing the watch. Huh. This is so strange. It's like the strange things you make, you know, for strangers. Believe me, it's gonna get stranger. Try putting the crucifix inside. I take the crucifix from my pocket and carefully shove my hand through the gap in reality. Through the gap in reality in front of me, shattering. The moment my hand crosses the threshold, I feel a slight change in the temperature and pressure of the air around it. It feels like I was dipping my hand in very light and dry water. A strange feeling but not unpleasant. Makes me wonder though, what would happen if it closed with my hand still inside? I'd probably lose my hand, I guess. Don't think I want to find out first. Hand! Yup, he is his father's son. Feeling around, I notice a resistance at the bottom where one would expect a floor to be. Only that my eyes can't make out anything there, only darkness. The crucifix comes to rest on the bottom of the space just as it would on any other surface. Even though my vision tells me that it's floating in pure darkness. You know why I can't see much of it? It's a black hole. In theory, it should be eating up light. Now that's a strange sight. Isn't it? Now close the rift. How? Same as before, there's also an internal timer to make sure that the rift doesn't stay open forever. As you might have noticed, the watch doesn't function as a normal watch. Instead, it shows for how long the rift stays open. The longer you hold both the buttons to create the rift, the longer it stays open. This has an upper limit of 10 minutes. I don't think I need to tell you this because just to be safe, anything beyond the threshold when the rift closes can and will get cut off and stay inside the pocket, no matter the material. I already figured, yeah, and the pocket can be opened anywhere? Yes! Oh, the better way to put this would be that it can be opened anytime. Alright, we get the puns. Closing the pocket dimension, I give Inaiwen a bit of a pained look. Is that a pun based on it being a watch? Yes and no. Actually, the pocket dimension is offset in the fourth dimension, albeit not forwards or backwards but sideways, so to speak. So it's existing in all time and in all space in that sense, but it's not like a hypercube or anything, right? Can you explain that a bit more? Or maybe it is. It's in relative. Yeah, the pocket exists relative to the watch at all times, only not on our axis of time, but on a parallel one. All the watch does is create a bridge between both axes, allowing temporary access to the other one. This has a bit of a weird side effect as well, although explaining it could take a while, so I'll give you only a summary. While we perceive time as something straightforward, it is anything but. Time is more akin to... Time is a flat circle. I'm kidding. That's another reference to a TV show! Ross Cole. Good character. Good show. Play the spaghetti actually, weaving and intertwining with itself all the time. When you create the rift, you always access the same point on the other axis. She gives me an expectant look. I'm not sure that I fully understand how any of this works. No, I'm actually sure that I don't understand most of it, but it sounds like... Are you saying that time doesn't move in there? While the rift isn't open, yes. Every time you open it, the space moves along the other axis for the same amount of time the rift stays open. So it's in a suspended floating state of time. What the? That's how... Fascinating, isn't it? That's more than just fascinating, Inaiwen. You're a genius. I really don't want to ask this, but... Are you sure you want to give this to me though? The way I see it, we both profit from this. You get a powerful gadget and I get field experience for the prototype. Which, by the way, I'd like to tell me about anything weird happening with. be it malfunctions, hiccups, etc. Of course, yeah, I'll gladly do that. Then it is yours to keep for now. There aren't any major issues with it. I'll eventually make one for everyone on the team. You're amazing, you know that? I do what I can. Is there anything else? Otherwise, I'd like to get back to work. Nothing else, just the things I confiscated from the church. Just leave the bag where it is. I'll get to it at some point. Let me know if I find something important, will ya? Of course. Thanks, Inaiwin. Should I ask her if she's interested in an encore of Saturday soon? Hell yeah. Absolutely. Hey, Naiwin. Yes, Sen? Want to meet up outside of work? Sure, I'll text you when I'm free. Can't wait. The feeling is mutual. Nice. Alright then, I'll be out of your hair. Looking forward to get in there. Still loving your workplace attire, by the way. You and me both. Antio Sen. What a baddie. I make my way through the hallways of HQ and towards the exit, feeling weirdly excited about my new acquisition. That woman really is unpredictable in terms of her creations. A damn watch that allows me access to a pocket dimension where time doesn't move. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Speaking of time though, taking a quick look at my phone tells me that I've talked to Inaiwin for a bit longer than I had meant to. I guess I'll have to keep my visit with Nerez short then. Real short. Heading outside, I make a beeline towards the school's main building. However, before I can make it there, a familiar voice calls out to me and I'm stopped in my tracks. Sen, can we talk? Stepping over to the girl, I give her a quizzical look and wait for her to make her pitch. Hi. Hey. Remember me? Yeah, although I still don't know your name. It's Takako. Hey Takako, want to do a taco? I'm kidding. What can I do for you? How are you doing? Decently well, I guess. Is everything alright? I'm fine, yes. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. So, can I help you with something? Did you like them? Huh, did I like what? Oh. Wait a minute, is this about the pictures I've been getting? Did you like them? I sure did, Buxter. I guess. Why did you send them though? Or better yet, why did you take them in the first place? I need something from you. You were trying to butter me up by sending me risque photos of my friends. Or risky. No, did it work though? What could you even need from me, actually? I want to be a journalist. Like Mana? That's admirable, I guess. What does that have to do with me? It's not like I have connections to any journalists besides Mana. You're talking about Mana in the school newspaper, aren't you? Yes, she's so determined to do the whole sole investigator thing that she never really considered my application. I'm at least as good of a reporter as she is. She can't just hog the whole newspaper for herself. I agree, it's a newspaper club with one person. And you figured sending me pictures of her in her underwear could change her mind on the matter? No, obviously she isn't meant to know about this. I'm not an idiot, you know. So you say, but the plan of sending that is very much illegally taken pictures and potentially even blackmail material, though cop says something else. Blackmail material? Do you really think I wanted to blackmail you or any of them? Well, did ya? Of course not, even though she's stubborn as a mule. I do like Mana and Tsubaki is my best friend. Did she know about this plan of yours? No, she would never have agreed to have a picture of her sent to a guy she wants to hang out with. She does, huh? Should you have told me that? Obviously not. Why did you then? Because I'm feeling increasingly being put on the back foot and I don't like it. That's not much of a reason, is it? Yeah, well, I still hope that you're not going to arrest me and that you're going to help me with Mana. Optimistic much, are ya? It's not like I have much to lose at this point. Tell you what, Takako, I'll forget about all of this and pretend you never sent or told me these things if you give me your taco, if you catch my drift. I'm kidding, ladies and gents. Calm down. And what do you want in return? Pictures of me? Is that something you're willing to do? Yes? Okay, but you have to talk to Mana about the newspaper. I can do that, but I can't promise that I'm able to change her mind. I'm sure she will at least actually consider it, you know, if it comes from you. Maybe. Is there something else you need from me, Takako? I'm kind of short on time today. No, just please don't post my pictures online. Because people you don't know about could see them? Point taken, but yes, please. Okay, you don't need to send me any pictures of you at all. Takako, I'm not going to extort you for news just because you've made a stupid mistake. But you said... Yeah, I know what I said. I was there, remember? The suggestion about the pictures came from you. So you don't want them? No, well, hold on a second, Bardo. I didn't say that, but I'm not going to extort you for them either. Way to make me feel like a bumhole, Sen. I mean, you kind of acted like one there, but anyways, I need to get going, Takako. Catch you on the flip side, I guess? I'll talk to Mana when I find the time and then let you know what she said, alright? And please don't send me any more pictures of girls that don't know about it. Yeah. Bye, Takako. I'll see you around. Bye. Ah, what a nuisance, but I guess she did see reason at least. This late already? I better send Nerez a message and let her know that I won't be able to make it the day after all. Hibiki is more important right now. Hey Nerez, Sen here. Things happened and I'm kinda short on time today, so I can't make it to ya. Do you mind if we postpone my visiting you until the next time I'm at Crimson High? Sorry about this. Sen? It's fine, not like I care anyway. Just send me a text before you come over. Yeah, will do. Have a nice rest of your day. Thanks, you too. What a nice former boss. Well, that's that, I guess. Might as well look at the messages I got while I'm already at it. Takako from my collection. Pretty hot picture getting sent from by Takako, okay? And Sen asked why though. A deal is a deal, hombre. I don't like being indebted to anyone. And thank you. There will be more soon. If you have any requests, you have my number. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Takako. June's message. Hi, Sen. Why are you behind my school? Are you here to pick us up? We'll wait for you at the gate. Don't take too long, okay? Alright, June knows that I'm here. Who's the other part of us, though? Probably Hibiki, I'd assume. They must have changed arrangements or something, I guess. Hey, June? Sure, yeah, I'm on my way. Be with you in a minute. Guess I'll go meet June and we'll head back home together then. Yep. Baddie Mom. Sen! Hey, June. Hibiki? Good day, my lord. I raise an eyebrow? This again? Why do you call me that? Why wouldn't I? I don't know. I'm not a lord yet. I don't think there are any lords anymore nowadays. No, that's not true. There's at least you. Why do you say that? Because you're freaking hamster, man. Why was it again? Junji, why is he my lord again? I don't know, Mom. Is it because of one of your books? That might be it. It's probably because of one of my books, my lord. Ask her. Yeah, that's fine, Hibiki, but could you please call me Sen? Being called a lord feels all kinds of strange. Of course, Sen. That's not a problem. Thank you, Hibiki. Well, are we still waiting for someone or something, or can we get going? No, we can go. I already texted Suzu that we'll be coming with you. Oh, okay, good. I'll call us a boober then. A boober? Doing as I said, I take out my phone and request a boober driver to our location. As luck would have it, the young woman that took Machi, Perrine, and me to Crimson High before is still nearby. After only a couple of minutes of waiting, she arrives at the point where she dropped us off before and we get into her car. Still seemingly very enthusiastic about her job, she steps on it and takes us to my place in what I have to assume is even less time than before. I once again give her a generous tip, even though I probably shouldn't reinforce her driving style, but with the tight schedule I have today, I am really just thankful for it. Once she's dropped us off, June and I lead Hibiki up to my apartment where Suzu is waiting for us. Take a seat, Hibiki. Want something to drink? No, thank you, Sen. Where's Suzu? In her room, I guess. I let her know that we're here, even though she's probably heard us come in. Stepping over to Suzu's door, I knock and get a happy sound in response. She lets me know that she'll be out in a bit, and I head back over to June and Hibiki. And, is she coming? Yeah, she'll come out in a bit. The new uniform looks good on you, by the way, even without the jacket. Thank you, Sen. I didn't want to wait until home before changing into it, so I just did it at school. It's a bit too small for me, though. Maybe you've already grown out of it. Yeah, maybe. Home, though? More than where the old poopy head is. I guess that makes sense. How are you doing with everything, Hibiki? I'm feeling good. Junichiro and I haven't had a great relationship in years. Pretty much ever since June's grandma, my mother, has been forced away by him. And speaking of, we need to talk about her, Sen. About your mother? Yes, she has been waiting for you her whole life. Can you explain that? Maybe June has already mentioned it before, but our family is part of an ancient order of gooners. The children of the coming king? Right? Oh, he's coming over. He's always coming, alright. Correcto. Who are they? What does this have to do with me? June said I'm some kind of central figure in your religion. Why me? How can it be me if it's an ancient order? What? I know you have lots of questions, Sen, and I'll answer them as best as I can while you can. Is this about your memory? Yes, I'm not sure why, but right now I feel like a veil has been lifted from my mind. However, since I don't know how long this will last, I need you to listen to me while it does. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Hibiki closes her eyes and takes a deep breath, steeling herself for what seems to be a big revelation. The most important thing for her to know is that there is a chest in our attic left behind by my mother. Junichiro doesn't know about it and he won't either. My little Jun and I are the only ones who knows how to reveal and open it. I know that? You will, you do, it's in you. I'll make sure that you can access it when the time comes, daughter. Spooky, but okay. What if your memory gets worse again? I'm taking precautions for that case. Just make sure that June and I get to my hotel room if it happens. We can do that. Thank you, Sen. This chest contains a book about our order and an artifact. You need both, and neither are going to be allowed to get into the hands of your enemies. My enemies? Who? My husband is one of them. I'm pretty sure as to what they're calling themselves nowadays. I don't know. All I know is that it's an organization opposed to mythkind. She takes another deep breath. Gods exist, Sen, and one of them is in front of you. What the? Seriously? Well, one of them is Vertigo. That's very fond of Sen, clearly. I'm afraid so. Its name is Soul, and it created your progenitor to be its divine proxy. Huh? Hello, Miss Jihara. It's a lot to take in, I know. Is that a crest on your chest? Have you already lain with her? No, what's going on? How did you know how to create the Blood Bride? Why haven't you lain with her yet? Blood Bride? What? Why are you so concerned about my sex life all of a sudden? What is this? Sex in the City 3? Listen to me, Sen. You need to lie with her as soon as possible once I've told you all you need to know. What? No, Hibiki, what's going on? Why would you want me to sleep with Suzu? Aren't you worried about me turning into a ghoul or about Suzu losing her mind? Nonsense. Neither will happen when it's you, but you need to finalize the bond to protect yourself. Protect myself from what? From your human self. Your mother's heritage still lies dormant within you. Where am I? Junji, where are we? We're at Sen's place, Mom. Are you okay? I'm feeling tired. Can I take a nap? Sen? Yeah, sure. Let's take her to the bed. We should take her to my bed. It's more quiet in there. Yeah, good idea, cutie. Let's do that. Could you two do that? Yes, of course. June takes her mom by the hand and leads her toward Suzu's room. Suzu running ahead to open the door for them. My mother's heritage? My human self? What? Sen is actually Ichigo. Instead of a soul reaper, he'd be reaping all kinds of myths. Well, the female kind. Does this mean my mother wasn't human but a myth? If so, what would that make me? Is that why all of these things have been happening to me lately? Am I part myth? I mean, it's not like I had already had thoughts in that direction, but Mom? Did Dad know? What kind of myth was she? And what the hell happened with Hibiki's necklace? It pulls. Is it responsible for her state? If it is, it must be magical, right? Or something to that effect. A sensible conclusion in that case is that someone must have put it on her. Who, though? Her husband? If so, why? To control her? She would take it off her? But if it really serves as a means to control her, there must be some safeguards in place. If that's the case, I have to assume that there might be some detrimental effect to its removal, without some kind of precaution. Should we risk it anyways? I need to talk to... Sen? Sorry, cutie, did you say something? Are you okay? Yeah, I think so. It's just, I did not understand half of what she just said. Coming over, Suzu sits down in my lap and puts her arm over my shoulder, gently caressing my neck. It's okay, she might have been confused too. No, I don't think she was, at least not until the end there. She said something about the chest. Somewhere in their attic or something, it sounded like it might have answers. Can you get it though? June's dad still lives there, doesn't he? Yeah, but it's not his house. From what I understand, June and Hibiki were talking about calling someone about some documents on Saturday. I remember, but how does that help us? If it's not his house, Hibiki can declare him a squatter there. Maybe I can convince someone from work to help me get in there and get the chest out in that case. Is that a good idea? I don't know, cutie. I guess I could also just wait for Uraha to come back from her trip, but... We can wait. It's not just you anymore. All right, you're right, of course. Things have been developing really fast and I have trouble keeping up with everything, wrapping my head around everything. Thanks though, cutie. I'm glad to have you by my side. Sen? Hey June, where did your mom get her necklace from? I don't know, she's always had it, I think. Why? I'll have to ask Hibiki next time she's lucid. Then I guess potentially find someone to take a look at the thing before we take it off. In Iwin, perhaps. It's nothing. How is she? She's okay, I think. She's asked if we can take her back to the hotel. Yeah, we should. She's asked us to do that anyways. How about we take June and Hibiki to the hotel and then take our walk on the beach since we're already there? What do you think, cutie? I like that idea, but are you sure that you still want to? I'm sure yes. We both need some time to just relax and think about us. I just have to let Machi know that we'll not be here for a while. Which Machi? Aki's sister? Right, you don't know yet. Yeah, you know her as Aki's sister, I guess. Why do you need to let her know? She and Perrine are going to stay with us for a couple days. They are? Are they gonna sleep in bed with us too? Oh, they're staying with us, yes, but they aren't gonna sleep in bed with us. Is that okay with you too? I know it's not optimal given the limited space we have here, but they are in a really rough spot and it's gonna take a couple days before they can go somewhere else. Fine with me, I like them. I'm fine with it too. Do you want them to sleep in my room? If you don't mind, they would probably take the couch too, but no, it's okay. I don't sleep in my bed anyways, so they might as well sleep comfortable and in their own room. You're amazing, you know that, cutie? Get the fuck out. You have Miko, man. No, the plot. I'm losing the fucking harem war. When do we go? If the two of you are ready, we can go in a couple minutes. I just need to grab a few things to take with me. I'm gonna let mom know then. I'm really looking forward to being alone with you, Sen. Me too, cutie. How about you put your bikini on under your dress before we go? Maybe we can dip into the water since we're already going to be there. Or maybe I can dip somewhere else. Oh, yes, I love that idea. I'm going to do that. Alright, I could use some relaxation in the water too. Do you need me to pack a bag with stuff? Nah, don't worry. I'll deal with that while you're getting changed. Okay, I'll be ready in a few minutes. No worries, cutie. Chew! What a cute girl. I guess I might as well make use of my new watch and stash a few things in there. Taking the pills with me might be a good idea, for example, given how the last time with Suzu at the beach went. I would really like to get some actual answers instead of more questions whenever someone tells me something. At least what Hibiki said sounded like a go-ahead for Suzu and me. Just why the urgency and what do I need to be protected from? I don't want to get any answers by sitting here. Might as well just go about my day and see what happens. Not like I understand anything anymore anyways. Getting up from where I was sitting, I activate a maximum length dimensional portal, still such a wild thought, with my watch and get to filling it. Besides both sets of pills I got, I also put a change of clothes and beach stuff, a couple extra cylinders for Buki, as well as a few other potentially useful bits and pieces in there. Despite what Iwin made it seem like a little less than a cubic meter, it's still a lot of space to stash things in, and I intend to use it well. Since time apparently doesn't move in there while it's closed, either I add a couple bottles of chilled water from the fridge, too. Let's see what Susie's going to think about when I show her. Should I show my high-tech top secret pocket space watch to my cute vampire fiance? Probably not. Am I gonna do it anyways? Absolutely, and I'm gonna stand by it, because at this point nothing makes sense anymore anyway, so I might as well embrace the weirdness. After a couple minutes of shoving things into a hole in reality, wild, pause, I close the portal again and wait for the others. Figuring I might as well use the downtime, I send a quick text to Iwin, asking her to let Ronin and therefore Machi know that I'll be out for a bit. I assume it's not going to be a problem for Machi and Perrine to stay at HQ for a bit longer. And Iwin lets me know that she'll relay my message, taking one small worry off of me. A moment later, Susie emerges from the bathroom, and I quickly dip in there to put my swimming shorts on, coming back out to an assembled group of women afterwards. Hibiki looks a bit worse for wear, but not as bad as she had 20 minutes ago, even though her eyes are still somewhat unfocused. I triple check that I have what I need on me, then usher the group out of the apartment and lock it behind me, and for a fourth time today I request a Boober driver to pick me up. This time our driver isn't the excitable girl from before, but instead a very chatty older man of Indian origin named Vanjeed. Within a few minutes of our drive, he and June are in the middle of a conversation about some kind of locust native to India, which for some reason is really exciting to June. Glad to not need to force myself to socialize. I instead turned my focus inward and think some more about my previous conversation with Hibiki. What was it she said? Gods exist and one of them doesn't like me? Well, that would explain all my bad luck. Wait, no, I'm not Sen. That's gonna bug me until I find out. I go over the conversation with Hibiki a few more times in my head, albeit to no avail. All it does is give me a bit of vertigo from mentally running around in circles, so I eventually force my thoughts away from it and listen to the ongoing conversation in the car. June and Ranjit are still talking about something entomology. Because as it turns out, Ranjit has studied insects back in India. The conversation isn't all that interesting to me, but since it's exactly what I need to distract myself, I keep listening to them idly. Crack my neck. Eventually, we arrive at the beach and I pay Ranjit, giving him an extra big tip following June's request. Somewhere in the back of my head, I wonder why I let June dictate me how... Wait, what? Why I let June dictate me how much to tip? A random boober driver, but I don't dwell on him. Ranjit seems like a nice guy, so why not, I guess. What the heck? Getting out of the car, June takes Hibiki by the hand and we escort her over to her hotel, making our way up to her room. I thought we were gonna jump in the beach. Wait here for a moment, okay? I'll take mom to her bed real quick. Yeah. Is it just me or did the hallways look a bit rough? They did. I've seen spots on the wall where the paint was coming off already. Huh, I would have thought a hotel at the beach would be in better shape. Maybe the owner just doesn't care? Yeah, it could be. What a waste. I mean, it's not the biggest hotel there is, but the location is great. Maybe that's the reason why the owner doesn't care. People will get rooms here anyway because of the hotel's close proximity to the beach. Easy money? No need to repair, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's possible. But then that sounds like getting sued in the long run, you know? Unless you declare bankruptcy in the end. You know, before the end. The room itself doesn't look half bad either, from what I can see. I guess some chip paint in the hallways isn't all that bad, if it means having quick access to the beach with a nice room. Do you think we can come here eventually too? Huh? Oh, for some alone time? I'd rather not have my first time with June next to us as much as I like her. Yeah, no, I get that. We'll figure something out, cutie. Coming here isn't too bad of an idea. Okay, mom's asleep. Subscribe, like, comment down below. I've also found a note on her nightstand. What kind of note? It says initiate June with lots of exclamation marks, like tons of them, at least 3. Must be really important then. Probably. There are also some not so nice things about the old poopy head on here, but I don't think I need to read them out loud. Yeah, probably not. Do you think the first part is what mom was talking about earlier when she said she'd make sure I knew how to do the thingy with the thingy? Yeah, thingy with the thingy, the biggie, the jigga dingy. I don't know, man. The chess, you mean? I'm alt tabbing like 3 times. I'm just like double checking that we are recording correctly. Okay, now I'm kind of losing it. Yeah, we are. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, do you think the chest might have been a metal floor? And she was talking about boobs? What? A metal? Do you mean a metaphor? That's what I said, isn't it? Sure, why not? But no, I don't think your mom was talking about boobs. I'd say the chest is literally a chest with stuff in it. Apparently a book and some artifact. Okay, I think my boobs have grown though. You think so? Yep, they feel kind of sort of bigger, I think. Huh, good for you, I guess. What do you think I should do? About your boobs? No, about mom. And I'd stay, okay, I'd say stay with your mom for a while. Maybe she'll feel better when she wakes up and can do whatever she wanted to do. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Do you want us to come back here later? No, I'll just come home on my own like last time. I don't know how long mom's gonna sleep, so you can go ahead without me. Alright, if you change your mind, just give me a call. Okay, can you have a kiss though? Since mom's asleep and all? Why the heck not? No, okay. We're not dwelling into that, dude. We're not doing that. Okay. I'll go look up Indian bugs now. See you tonight, Sen. Bye, Suzu. See you later. You do that, June. See you tonight. Bye, June. Hey, June. Okay. Suzu and I make our way back out of the hotel and head towards the beach. Somewhere along the way, Suzu decides that she wants to be closer than just walking next to me and claims my arm for herself. It makes walking slightly awkward, but I'm more than willing to pay that price if it means having a cute girl attached to me. Oh, ain't that I know we said we're going to take a walk, but since we're at the beach now, should we look for a spot to sit down? Yes, I'd rather sit and get comfortable for a bit, and then maybe later walk around in just my bikini instead. Alright, I've got a nice spot in mind then. Should we maybe get something to drink from that bar back there first? Don't worry, I've got that covered. You do? Yeah, just wait. Heading over to the secluded spot I've met Inaiwin in just a couple days ago, we find it free of people and set up a big beach towel near the water. Oh, it's nice here. Right, I came here on Saturday after Rihanna left and before I joined you and the others again. Which reminds me, when I was here, I met a friend and things got a bit interesting. Interesting how? She's a bit of a nudist and she was apparently diving here, so when I sat down, she came out and sat with me fully in the nude. Okay, that sounds... You know what? If this wasn't Crimson High, if it was some random dude or friend or whatever, told you this. Oh yeah, a hot babe, apparently she was a nudist, came out of the water and things got really hot. I'll be like, you're bullshitting. You are... That's almost... That's from a game. You know, it's like... What? We talked for a bit while I tried my best to not stare at her, but direct as she is, she eventually asked me if I wanted to relieve some stress. You had sex right here? No, it didn't go that far. There was a lot of grinding though. Like, yeah, she sat on top of me and rocked her hips back and forth. I can show you if you want. Now? Are you sure that's a good idea? Yeah, you're probably right. I'm not sure that we'll be able to hold back when we get to that point. And having your first time at the beach is really not something I'd suggest. Sand in weird places? Sand in weird places. I think I don't want that either. But I am curious about the grinding, so maybe you can show me that soon? Yeah, I'd love to, but one step after the other, cutie. Okay, yes, first we need to do it. Huh. Maybe we can convince Jun to stay with Hibiki tonight that way. No, wait, that doesn't help us much. Machi and Perrine would still be with us in the apartment. Damn it, we might have to wait a couple days for an opportunity, cutie. I can't abandon the two of them right now. It's okay, Sen. I don't mind waiting a bit longer. I didn't think this would ever happen, so a day or two more don't matter to me. Yeah, I guess. I appreciate that you're telling me about these things. Yeah, well, I appreciate that you don't mind me doing these things. I can imagine. Why are they staying with us anyway? It's related to work. I guess I can tell you the non-confidential parts of it. Not because I don't trust you, but yeah, not my secret to tell. The gist of it is that they got into a bit of a kerfuffle with their first generation. I think I told you that much before. Yeah, so like I said, they can't really go back there and for reasons they can't just stay on their own. So my boss, not boss, decided that they should stay with us. Not much of an explanation, is it? It really isn't. Oh shit. It really isn't, but it's fine. I trust you have a good reason for what you're doing. I really like this side of yours, you know? Huh? Which side? The one that can't help helping others. At least when they're cute girls. I mean... Yeah? Hey, I'll have you know I've donated a bunch of money to a homeless guy a week ago, too. And you're sure he was not a cute girl? Far from it, and he yells at me every time I see him. Why? How much did you give him? Oh my god, wow, alright, oh wow, alright, nice one, Vertigo, look at that, consequences. 5 yen, what was that? I said 5 yen. So much for being a nice guy, man. 5 yen, and you're wondering why he's yelling at you, alrighty then. 5 yen, that's not much, is it? No, it's not. I'm still sure it would have been more if it had been a cute homeless girl, wouldn't it? Maybe. I can't deny that I have a weak spot for cute girls. I just can't not help you. I know, and I love that side of you. I'm glad. I love your cute girl side too. Is that why we get along so well? Must be, right? Yeah. Hey, are you thirsty, cutie? A bit. It's pretty hot today, even though the nearby water helps a lot. Yeah, I'd say we head in to cool off in a bit too. But first, I look around to make sure that there's no one in sight, which there isn't. Want to see something mind-blowing? Yes? Okay, give me a moment. Okay? Oh, what is that? Why is there stuff in there? And why does it give me a headache? Sorry, cutie, I didn't think of that. That's my dimensional storage space, and the headache comes from something I've stored in there. Give me a second. It'll pass once I've closed it again. There we go, a cold bottle of water, cutie. Thank you. Why is it still cold? Is it cold in there? I know apparently time doesn't move in there. Don't ask me why though because I can't explain it. Okay, and why do you have something like that? That's a pretty good question, I guess. I guess I got lucky. Lucky is finding a tasty new kind of pizza, not having access to a dimensional storage thingy-mablob. Very lucky then. Okay, right. I'll drink your space water now. Don't drink too quickly or the brain freeze will give you another headache. Ow, I told you. Yeah, you really enjoy being out here, don't you? What's it to you, peasant? Yeah, careful, princess. Your spoiled brat is showing. You... Sorry. Yes, I really do. It's the first time we have some time just for the two of us and I love it. Me too, cutie, but I think it would have been better if we were to get out of these clothes and into the water. What do you think? Sen, you're not the one who's freaking putting sensors here, okay? Trying to check frame per frame. Yes, please. Getting up, Suzu. Wow, Suzu begins taking off her clothes. Instead of doing the same though, I stay where I am and watch her slender body get unwrapped before me like a Christmas present. Merry Christmas, everyone. And Happy New Year. Don't you want to get undressed too? In a moment, right now I prefer to just watch you. Okay, but don't stare too hard. No promises, you're too cute to not be stared at. I'll turn around then. Yeah, I think that didn't quite work out as you had intended, cutie. Well, I wouldn't say that. You did that on purpose. I like it when you look at me, okay? Wow! Yeah, that's very much okay. How about you get undressed now? In a moment, I like to take in the sight in front of me a little longer first. You can look at me whenever you want. But usually you wear a lot more clothes than this. I don't have to. You just have to ask, you know? Oh, really? We should have come out of here way earlier. I like this a lot. And I like you a lot. Yeah, I like you a lot too, cutie. I'm glad, but come now. I want to get in the water. Alright. Getting up, I make sure to flex my muscles by pulling my shirt over my head. After all, I know that Suzu likes to watch at least as much as I do. You did that on purpose too. Well, what can I say? I, too, like it when you look at me. Get on with it then, take your pants off. Your wish is my command. Maybe sand in weird places isn't all that bad. No, bad idea. I don't want to have my first time on the beach with sand getting everywhere. Yeah, I think that would make for a very bad first time. Should we head in now? Also, someone could come up here and see them doing it, man. Yes, but I'm not sure that I want to, you know, actually swim in there. Why? You're afraid of your hair getting wet? I'd be upset if it wasn't the exact reason why. Yeah, it's fine, cutie. We don't have to swim. All I care for is to cool down in the water. We stroll over to the water, and after testing the waters for a bit, get in until we're partially submerged. Ooh, this is nice. Can we stay here until summer's over? We can, but we'll have to come to terms with sand in weird places then. I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't make it until the end of summer without taking that bikini off of. Oh my, get your... Whoa, yeah, this guy, get this man on a leash, man. Oh, you're probably right. Coming here was a great idea. Yeah, right? I wish Nori could be here with us though. Nori, is she the friend you mentioned yesterday? I miss her. She would have had a lot of fun here. Did she like the beach? Water in general. She loved bathing with me and would take long baths on her own all the time too. She often said that she wanted to go to the beach, but we never did. There was always something else to do. Usually something I wanted to do too. I was very selfish back then. I wish I could talk to her again. Was she the same age as you? She was only a year older than I, but she acted like I was 10. Or I was 10, sorry. How so? She always acted like a bigger sister, telling me when I was acting out and admonishing me for it. Not that it did any good, I was still very spoiled. Maybe she just acted like her actual age, and it was me who behaved like a petulant child though. Well, she sounds like a good friend to have. She was. You said she was your maid too, right? My personal maid. Like Perina's Formachi? Was Nori a sheeple too? No, she wasn't. Clan Anzo are the only vampires around here that have sheeples as familiars. But she was your familiar. Yes, my family has had a connection to a remote village similar to that of Clan Anzu and their familiars. I see. How long were you with your family? My whole life. You were adopted by them as a baby? Yes, but also no. My mothers were with the clan too. Huh. One of my mothers was the first generation of Clan Shinozaki. The other one, my biological mother, was a second generation. They met while she was already pregnant with me and fell in love with each other. Once I was born, both my biological mother and I were then initiated in the clan. Why did they wait until you were born? Initiation for adults works by turning them, and we don't turn pregnant women. The baby doesn't survive the week of transition. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. But you weren't turned as a baby, were you? No, I was turned when I was 12. My mother's decided that I should become a second generation too, so my other mother was the one to do it. According to them, it was so that I'd be related to both of them by blood. I always thought that was a rather cute reason. It is, yeah. I guess vampires have their unique luxury of choosing their own blood relatives. How big was her clan? I don't know, not exactly. At least, you don't? I never bothered to learn about the actual numbers back then. We weren't that big of a clan though. My mother, the first generation, was a really successful business owner in the past and eventually sold her company, which made her filthy rich. That's when she decided to leave her clan at the time and create one of her own. She just left her former clan? Does that happen often? I don't think it happens too often, but sometimes yes. The way she spoke about her former clan, she apparently didn't have too great of a relationship with them. I guess I can see that being the case sometimes, especially if not all vampires are created voluntarily. That does happen, right? It does. Not all of us care about the wishes of the people they turn. Some vampires collect people like trophies. Yikes, we're getting dark lore. I would have been surprised if that wasn't the case. You seem to keep a lot of your humanity, so that sort of thing is kind of par for the course. You said your mom owned a company that she then sold? Yeah, it was some pharmaceutical company, Big Pharma. She talked about it all the time, but I never really cared about it back then. She used some of the money from selling it to build our mansion, I think. The rest she mostly invested into other things. One of her investments was made under my name, and the revenue collected in the bank account I told you about. I don't know how much it is by now, but it's probably a lot. I just can't access it. Right, yeah. You mentioned that yesterday. Is that something you want to look into? Yes, please. If I can get access to my bank account, you don't have to pay for all my things all the time anymore. I'm really grateful for you doing so, but I feel bad about it, so I'd like to be able to pay you back. You don't have to pay me back financially, cutie. You could pay me back in different ways. I don't mind doing this for you. I want to though, or at the very least help out in some way. But first I need access to my bank account anyway, so it's kind of pointless to talk about it right now. Like I said yesterday, we can look into getting you that access. It shouldn't be too hard. I would like that, yes. Can we do that? Yeah, we'll find some time this week to go to the different banks around here, okay? Yes, okay. Yeah, alright. I'm plenty cooled off. What about you? Want to go for a walk along the beach? Okay, yes. Do we put our clothes in your storage space thingy? We might as well, yeah. Getting up and out of the water, we head over to where we left our things on the beach and gather everything up to stash it away in another dimension. After checking our surroundings, the dimensional storage is quickly opened and all our things shoved in there. For ease of access, I make sure that the unimportant stuff doesn't prevent me from quickly grabbing the more important things in there. Would be annoying if I needed my gun and grab a shoe instead, after all. Once everything's stashed away, Susie and I head off along the beach. Are we heading somewhere specific? Who do I even censor? Susie, of course. No, not really. Let's just walk and talk and see where we end up. Okay, what do you want to talk about? I'd like to talk some more about you and your family if you don't mind. Still, haven't we talked enough about that? You tell me. Losing your whole family and your best friend at once isn't a small thing. I'm worried that you're repressing things and not properly dealing with the situation. The last thing I want is for you to suffer in silence. Because you think you can't deal with it, potentially because you falsely assume you have to deal with it on your own. Sen, I don't know. I'm feeling alright as it is. Thinking about them hurts and I'd much rather be happy with you. I know, cutie, I want that too. But think about the future. What if you ignore these things now and they come back to you in a year or two with even greater force? What if these things festering leads to other undesirable outcomes, like you isolating yourself from others more and more? Don't be happy now at the cost of being unhappy in the future, cutie. Let's get through this together and then be happy together later on, okay? But Sen, how am I supposed to deal with... Instead of finishing her sentence, Susie throws herself at my chest, sobbing and clinging to me as if she was afraid to drown otherwise. Sen! Muffled sobbing. Sen! I know, cutie, I know, I'm here for you. Suzu keeps crying into my chest for minutes while I keep stroking her head and back and reassuring her that things will get better despite not knowing that for certain. The only comparable thing I had to deal with was the loss of a mother I have never known, which barely compares to losing everyone I'm close with, friends and family alike. I'm convinced that getting this out of her system is good for her though, if only because it means that she will hopefully be more open for therapy in the future. Still, it breaks my heart to see her this grief-stricken. I wish I could do more for her than just hold her while she's crying. Sadly, it's not within my power to bring back the dead. Or is it? I might have to call in a favor too. Eventually, her sobbing subsides and she calms down, stepping away from me to dry her tears. I'm sorry, Sen. I didn't want you to see me like this. It's fine, cutie. You're still beautiful. Don't worry about it, okay? Do you need something? Some space water, maybe? No, it's okay. Let's just keep walking, okay? Yeah, we can do that. Continuing our walk, I noticed Suzu keeping her distance from me. What's wrong, cutie? Why are you all the way over there? I feel a bit nasty. My face is all red and swollen from crying. You can feel nasty over here too, though. If you stay really close to me, I won't be able to see your red face at all. Hey, that's not nice. Neither is keeping your distance because you think I'd find you disgusting. That's not how a fiancé acts, is it? Fiancé? That's right, we're engaged and you have to like me no matter how I look. There you go. Now come over here, cutie. Hiding her face from me again, she takes a big sidestep towards me and wraps my arm around her waist, like, Michael Jordan. That's better, isn't it? Good. Please don't ever think that I'd find you disgusting, cutie. I couldn't. You're too adorable for that. Sen? What's up, cutie? I love you. You love me? As in, I think I'm in love with you. You think? I've never been in love before, so I'm not 100% sure, but it feels a lot like it. You're pretty much all that's ever on my mind. I can't stop thinking about you or wanting to be with you when you're gone. Or wanting to be with you in general. Whoa. I feel the same way about you, cutie. Does that mean... Yeah, Suzu. Yeah, it does. I love you too. Oh, good. I wasn't sure, but now it's good. Very good. Yeah. We walk along the beach in comfortable silence for a few minutes until we spot a surprising combination of familiar faces ahead of us. Sorry. Is that Yukari? And Emma, yeah, you know her too, right? Yes, she's in the manga club. Oh, they've seen us. Are you alright with having a quick chat with them before we continue on? Do I still look horrible? You never did, cutie, but no, there's barely a trace left. You're as beautiful as can be. Thank you, Sen. Let's go say hi then. Yukari, Emma, hey, how's it going? Hello. Hi, Suzu. Hello, Sen. Hey, handsome, what are you doing here? Just going for a walk, basically. What about the two of you? I didn't know you were friends. It's a bit of a recent development. Turns out that Emma knows some distant relatives of mine from Germany. You know how I feel about my family around here, don't you? Yeah, you told me. I assume it's different for your German folks then? Yes, maybe. I don't know yet. Emma told me a bit about them and I think they might be alright. How come? Emma? There's a smaller group of Clan Yamazaki succubi living near Schloss Falkenberg where I'm from. My family has a good relationship with them, so I've known them all my life, basically. Where Yukari's family from Japan is very traditional and narrow-minded, her relatives from Germany are much more open to family members deviating from the norm. It's mostly due to an agreement between my family and them that they had to adopt a more open mindset. Emma gave me the number of a good friend of hers who's a German Yamazaki, and now I'm talking to someone from my family who doesn't look down on me. I give Yukari a big smile. That's awesome, Yukari. I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you, Sen. It's not a big solution for everything, but it does make things feel a little bit less shitty. Yeah, hopefully they can help mend bridges with your family from around here at some point. Maybe, yes. I still can't believe that Emma recognized my family name because it exists somewhere on the other side of the world too. We don't have a lot of Japanese names around where I'm from, so it stood out to me and I figured I'd ask. Hey, if you don't mind me asking, Emma, is that due to an agreement between your and Yukari's family that they are more agreeable? I did say that, yeah. Do you mind me asking what that's about? I can't help but be curious. What do you think, Yukari? Should I show him? Alright, I'll be honest, Yukari. I'm a secret myth cop, okay? I'm a double agent. It's got a triple agent. Like Metal Gear Solid's freaking uh Revolver Ocelot. There we go. So yeah, I'm good. Since a good guy, I'd say go for it. Okay, I'll trust your judgment on this. Let's go somewhere a little less open, okay? I'm sure got something in mind. Just behind those huts here should be fine, I think. What about the others? Your girlfriend can come with if she's curious. Not his girlfriend. Not his girlfriend. I'll stay back with Yukari. As you wish. Even though I'm a bit worried about what I'll be shown, my curiosity gets the best of me and I follow Emma behind the huts we've been standing at. Here we are. Yep, so I need to take some of my clothes off for this. Do you mind? Whoa, I get you're all succubi. Let's calm down. Nope, I don't mind that at all. Take all of it off for all I care. I think that could be too distracting. I'll keep my bikini on for now. This is not something I usually show just anyone. I've heard good things about you though, so I'm making an exception for you. Oh really? Who did you talk to? The whole manga club, basically. You wouldn't believe how often you've come up as a topic in just the time I've been with them. Well, because one of my wives is part of the manga club. Miko. And Yukari, of course, but you've been there for that just now, you know. It's nice to hear that they say good things about me when I'm not around. I'm sure you hear this all the time, but you're gorgeous, Emma. They told me about that too. About you being attractive? No, about you having a hard time not hitting on cute girls. Yup. Guilty as charged, you know. I mean, how can you, the guy is the guy. That's fair, I guess. But in my defense, all of you are way too pretty and I just can't, you know, not try and get closer to you. I didn't exactly mind it, especially since we're apparently already married anyway, but right now we're not here to flirt, are we? I mean, I'm sure that whatever you want to show me is really interesting, but you're also really attractive in your bikini. Be good now, and I'll keep in mind for the future. Maybe we'll run into each other again and I can show you something else. Gulp? I'm not sure that I like being baited like that, but I can't exactly say that it's not working either. Fine, have it your way. What did you want to show me? This? Antlers? Are you some sort of deer myth? Wendigo? Oh no, she's a man-eater! A man-eater! Nuh-uh. Not quite. Where have I seen this? Wait, a myth with wings and deer antlers. Wait, wings too? I don't know of any deer with wings. Unless, are you a Pegasus of some kind? What about now? Okay, now I'm just confused. Whiskers and bunny ears? A gorgon? A chimera? What the fuck is it? I scratched my head in confusion. Okay, I'm lost. I'm a Wolpertinger. You probably haven't heard of us then. Fucking Germans, I'm telling you. They have every single, they have a word for certain situations, and they even have freaking, I mean, grim tales, pretty much. That's how Disney made money, made bank. They got the German lore and made it, you know, cute and shit. Yeah, I can't say I have, sorry. It's not too surprising. There aren't too many of us anyway, and all there are to be found in Germany and maybe Austria. Okay. Huh, why so many different animal traits though? We are chimeras, hybrid beings made from different entities. In my case, I have traits of a bunny, hawk, and deer. So it was a deer after all. Yes, but that's the only part. That's only part of it. Yeah, I was kind of correct. A chimera, a mixture of some kind. Yeah, I get that, but how is this related to Yukari's family? Being a Wolpertinger comes with certain, let's call them hardships. When you've made from different, sometimes conflicting entities like we are, it can lead to all sorts of weird quirks and personality. Most of us develop specific tastes in their sexuality, and those tastes usually can't be satisfied by just any partner. And that's where Yukari's relatives come in, I assume. Wait, hamster on screen. Yeah, I found you. Genoa decades ago, my family set up a contract with a group of Yamazaki succubi, which has them cater to our specific needs. And while being required to heavily adjust to individual requests, help them take a more open stance towards other sexualities, among other things. Being with men is nothing unusual for them, given what they are asked to do for my family on the regular. Yukari would probably be considered prude by their standards, if anything, but they tend to not look down on anyone like that. I'd say they're a rather progressive bunch, even if it originally stemmed from necessity. Oh, that sounds exactly the kind of family Yukari needs to interact with. I agree. When I heard that there was a Yamazaki at our school, I just had to seek her out, and I'm glad it worked out for both of us. Being used to German Yamazakis, I was kind of surprised to see how reserved Yukari is, but we're quickly becoming friends anyway. That'll be good for Yukari, I think. She seems like someone who's used to isolating herself. I get that feeling from her too. Nah, I don't. We're going balls deep. I don't care. So, when you said you had to seek her out, did you mean because you wanted her to scratch your particular itches? Isn't that a bit personal of a question? Yeah, sorry about that. I stand by it though. This is making me too curious to not ask about. That was what I meant. Yes. And now you want to know what my particular itch is, don't you? Yeah. I did not expect anything else. It's being used and objectified. Whoa! Yo, Emma is a freak. Oh, can you give me an example? One of my biggest dreams I have yet to fulfill is to be used as a table and personal own a hole at the same time. Yo, Vertigo, yeah. This is either from the devs like Kinks or someone the dev knows, you know. Being used as a table, or is it like, what was that anime? One was freaking what was it? Code Geass. That one chick that was like using the table, and then the other. Yeah, I guess that pretty much sums it up. Put me naked in the middle of the room and my hands and knees, and put food on my back while I have to stay perfectly still. Then whenever you feel like it, use any of my holes to relieve yourself, completely disregarding my satisfaction. Every load of your I receive will make me orgasm hard anyway. You can use me like that for as long as you want, or until I can't take it anymore and collapse, being a mess of oh my goodness! Censor this freak, man! This is not that kind of website. Oh wow, that is that too much for you? Whoa. Well, no, I'm curious. I don't know about that actually. The thought is really exciting. You mean you would be interested in something like that? I'd be down to try it at least once, yeah. Objectifying people isn't usually something I'm particularly into, but I'm not against trying it in a controlled setting either. I assume this would be one of those scenarios where one would use a safe word to make sure no boundaries are crossed. Yes, a safe word. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, perfect. It would let you do what you want without reservations. You really would be interested in trying that with me? Yeah, not right now, of course, but yeah. Can I give you my number then? You can give me yours too, and we see where we go from there. Would that be alright? Sure, yeah, let's do that. Get it? My fiance just left me with another woman, and there we go, hooking up with another woman immediately. Since my phone is in my dimensional storage and I don't want to show that around too much, I end up just giving my number to Emma, telling her to send me a text. Afterwards, and much to my disappointment, Emma puts her clothes back on, and we head back to Suzu and Yukari. Back already? I figured. Not yet. Oh, okay. I'm glad you've made a new friend, Yukari. Suzu and I have to get going now, though. Thank you, Sen. Text me. I've got more things to show you. Yeah, I'll text you, or you text me, whichever works best. Text me too? Of course, Emma. Looking forward to it. Yeah, me too. Suzu and I move on. I can't even move on from that conversation that was just laid out. What the heck? What a freak! For game standards, I've seen. Wow, okay, Suzu and I move on from where we were talking to Yukari and Emma, continuing our way along the beach. I mean, I've played visual novels. I played a lot. There's gotta be. I played like, dare I say 20 plus, maybe? Seeing as it's getting late and I need to go pick up Miko, we decide to get dressed and head off the beach for the day. After checking my phone for messages from June, of which there are none, I call us yet another boober to take us to Miko's place. Only a few minutes later, we're en route to Miko, and once there, knock on the door of apartment 101. Hello, Sen, dear. Hey, Marco. And you must be Suzu, right? Miko has told me good things about you. Yes, hello, Miss Minami. It's nice to meet you. It's lovely to meet you too, Suzu. Call me Marco. Okay, Marco. Yeah, damn, she's hot. I mean, she's the mom of my technically also wife. It's calm down. She's all technically my mother-in-law when you think about it. Miko will be ready in a moment, Sen. Do the two of you want to come in and wait for her inside? It's fine, Mariko. Thank you. How are you? I'm well, but I'm getting really excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow? Did Miko not tell you? I figured she'd tell you. I'm meeting Lynette Kojima tomorrow. Alright, you're meeting with Lynette. Where are you meeting her? At her home. Can you believe it? It's a nice place. I would think so, given how formidable of a writer she is. What does that... never mind. Will Miko be going with you? She won't. I will go over around noon while the girls are still at school. It was Lynette's suggestion. She said that we would have less distractions this way. Yeah, right. Kagome can be pretty excitable at times. Kinda too, when you're around. Good point. I'll bet irrelevant since I won't be. Mom? Out here... Oh, I'm getting the hiccups, the burps. Alright, out here, Miko. It seems like my daughter needs me. Sen, are you sure you don't want to wait inside? Yeah, it's fine, Mariko. We'll wait here for Miko. Alright, it was nice seeing you again. See you, Suzu. Bye, Mariko. Are you alright, cutie? I was reminded of my mother's. I'm sorry, cutie. Come here. Oh, she's gonna cry again? Yeah, I'm really sorry for what happened to you, cutie. I've asked around a bit and a colleague has told me a therapist for myths exists. Is that something you'd be interested in trying? I think it'd be good for you to work through your trauma with a professional. As much as I'd love to help you, I'm not sure that I'm qualified to deal with this in a way that's healthy for you. Oh my... Fiance and wife, okay? 2 wives. Okay, if you think I should. Yeah, I do think that. Maybe meet her at least once and see how it goes. From there, we can still see if it's the right way for you. Okay. Hey, Miko. Sorry for ignoring you before. Nuh-uh, it's fine, Sen. Are you okay, Suzu? Can I do something for you? I'm okay, yes. Thank you, Miko. Can I ask what's wrong? Sen, would you? Yeah. We've been talking about Suzu's loss of her family and how she hasn't processed it yet. I've just suggested for her to seek out a therapist to work through it. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Suzu. If there's ever anything I can do for you, let me know, okay? No matter what or when. Thank you, Miko. Let's get you home, alright, cutie. I'll call us a boober. Please, you still have a date to go on. We don't? No, you can go, please. Okay. But... Shit, now it's awkward. The girls keep talking to each other a bit more while I take out my phone and call us a 5th boober for the day. Or is it the 6th? Either way, the boober comes to pick us up rather quickly and we find ourselves en route to my place. I quickly send Inayu another message, letting her know that I'm on my way back home and that Machi and Perrine can be brought over now. When we arrive there, however, we're greeted by a rather disturbing sight. Wait, what? Oh my god, all the hot babe police officers. Sen, why are there so many police officers in front of our home? I don't know, Suzu. There's Miri. Let me go talk to her. She should be able to tell us what's going on. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Miri? Sen, oh my gosh, thank goodness you're like here. Someone like broke into her apartment, like totally trashed it. What? I don't know, I like just got here too. All I like know is what Aoi told me. It's Aoi. Oh great, another fucking Aoi in the freaking game. Or in another game. I look over to the police officer next to Miri and address her. Can you tell me what happened then, Aoi? Aoi. 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 It's like Aoi, but Aoi. Oh, fuck this chick, man. Sen, well, not maybe literally. Matsui? Detective. Sen, this is Detective Kimimura. I think you should talk to her. Yeah, thanks, Aoi. It's not Aoi. It's Aoi. I'm pretty sure I clarified that 100%. I turned my attention towards the unknown to me detective. Detective, can you explain to me what happened? To an extent, you know how these things go, right? You held my position before me, I've come to understand. Yeah, tell me what you can. Come with me. I gesture for Miko and Suzu to stay with Miri, then follow the detective a few meters away from the others. Alright, Ibuki, yes? Just call me Sen. Anika. Okay, Anika, what can you tell me? What happened? It's bad, Sen. They took their whole place apart, even tore down some of the interior walls. Any clue who it was yet? Did the neighbors see anything? Disappointingly enough, no. One of your neighbors reported noises of destruction from her apartment but didn't go out to investigate because they sounded violent. I guess that was a smart thing to do, yeah. Agreed. Do you have any enemies from your time with the Force, Sen? Anyone who might have held a serious grudge? No, I don't think so. Anyone that's coming to mind? An ex or something? Does anyone come to mind? Clan Anzu maybe? If they found out that Machi is hiding with me, would they do something so overt as to destroy my apartment? That doesn't sound quite right. Who else though? Jun's dad? He threatened me on Saturday and Hibiki mentioned that he's my enemy. But he kinda didn't strike me as the type who acts on their threats. He strikes me more like someone who'd hide behind someone else's back. I don't know anything about his affiliations though, might be worth asking Hibiki about. Assuming that Mana's family has been taken care of by Kuro, that leaves only the church. Given the experiences I had with them so far, I could see it probably not Goblin Yob, but they're likely not the only goons the church has. I can't be sure about it though. I also can't tell the detective about my suspicion, given that I don't know if she knows about myths and the whole shadow war between them and the church. And Poop! Could they be involved in this? I'm betting on Poop. 100% it's Poop. For what reason would they target me specifically though? My interference at Crimson High last week? No, the church seems more likely, although my gut feeling tells me that there is more to this than I know right now. There are a few people that might have a grudge on me, but trashing my apartment doesn't make sense for any of them. They're either not the type for it or lack the means to do it. I see. Are you sure about that? As sure as I can be. Understood. I'll trust your judgment on this for now. If someone else comes to mind, let me know. I'm afraid I can't let you into the place today though, not just because it's a crime scene, but also because there are actual safety hazards there. Besides the structural integrity being weakened, there has been some sort of substance sprayed over everything. We're still trying to find out what it is, so for now the apartment is full of hazard suits. I'm sorry, Sen, do you have anywhere else you can go? Yeah, I do. That's good. If you can think of anything that might help us in figuring this out, you know how to reach me. For now, I think it's best if you take your leave and try to digest this. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, Annika. No worries, I'll send Misugi and your friends over, alright? Yeah, thanks. Fuck, why now? Was it because we were gone? Or did we just got lucky and we would have gotten an attack if we'd been at home? No, I doubt it. Demolishing my apartment seems like a message someone wants to intimidate me. If they'd wanted to harm me or the girls, they could have found better opportunities than to attack us at home. Unless it was Lilith. As a myth, she kind of needs to stay out of the open when retaliating, to not draw attention to herself or her family. Looking at it from this perspective, it's not that unlikely. No one's seen anything after all. I still think it's more likely that... Sen, what happened? What's wrong with the apartment? Did it really get trashed? Yeah, sorry cutie. Apparently whoever did it took the whole place apart, to the point where we're not even allowed inside for our own safety. What do we do now? Why did this happen again? Again, that's right. Something similar has happened to her previous home too. Could these two incidents be related? Where are we going to stay? Not the school, right? No, cutie? Of course not the school. You can probably stay with mom and me, I think. It might get a bit cramped, but I'm sure mom wouldn't mind. Or you could come to my place too. I've totally got an extra room and stuff. That's really kind of you two. Things aren't as easy though. There are other things I need to consider too. Speaking of, I should make sure that Machi isn't brought here and let June know too. Give me a moment, I need to call someone really quick. Turning around, I cast my gaze over the streets while taking out my phone to call Inaiwen. Censor her? Sen? Inaiwen, hey, I have a bit of a situation here. What happened? My apartment has been broken into and completely destroyed. Is Huli already on her way over? She is, yes. I'll ask Ronin to call them back immediately. Where will they stay though? Or maybe I'll hand you over to Ronin instead. Is she around? Yes. Thanks, Inaiwen. Sen, can you hear me? Inaiwen, is this thing on? Yeah, I can hear you, Ronin. Alright, what's the sitch, man? My apartment got broken into, apparently it's been totaled. And now you can host Huli and Perrine at your place. Yeah, could you let them know? Rio is already on it. Can he stay anywhere else though? I suppose they can stay here in the HQ. We don't have much in terms of amenities, but we can probably organize an air mattress or two. Do you think this could have to do with their clan? The break-in? It's possible, although I doubt it. Because it's too out in the open for them. Yes, actually. That's not usually how Clan Anzu operates, how Lilith operates. She's become more brazen over the last few decades, but this would be very out of character. I seriously doubt that it's got anything to do with Huli. So you think it's a coincidence? I did not say that, but yes, maybe. Any idea where you're going to stay yet? Yeah, there's a hotel someone I know is staying at the moment. I'll probably get myself a room there as well. Give me a second, Sen? Sure. Sticks, your gadget should work in the hotel room too, right? Yes, what are you doing there with the phone? Covering it so he doesn't hear us. You're covering the wrong end. Sen? Yes? Did you hear that? Yeah. Crap. What kind of gadget we're talking about? Six gave Huli a gadget for her to use to hide Huli and Perrine while at your place. If you're willing to still host and protect them, use a credit card. Oh god, my voice is cracking. If you're willing to still host and protect them, use a credit card and get yourself a room for the three of you and anyone else with you at that hotel you mentioned. Then set up the gadget there. Are you sure I can put all that on the credit card? Yeah, go ham. It's not like we're lacking in funds or anything. Alright, if you say so. So the gadget? Sticks told me that the gadget makes it near impossible for people to find you if you don't tell them about your location yourself. My god, Sticks is freaking Inivan, man. My goodness, she's a genius. Are you sure? Yeah, with the gadgets, it's a way better solution than having them live in HQ for the next few days. Alright, sure, if it's safe for them, I don't mind. Great, is there anything else? Otherwise, I'll have Rio send them to wherever that hotel is. Where is that hotel? At the beach. I'll send Inivan the address once we're done here. Sweet, so nothing else? Just one thing. What's up? Is there a way for me to contact you directly? I'd rather not use Inivan as an intermediary every time. Especially in an emergency, it'd be rather handy to be able to talk to you directly. Give me a day or two. I'll see what I can do. For now, just bear with it, alright? Sure, I guess. Awesome. So if there's nothing else... Yeah, thanks Ronan. I'll send Inivan the address now and then make my way over there to wait for Huli. Thank you, Sen. I'll catch you later, man. Bye, Ronan. Alright, that's good, I think. I don't know what Inivan's gadget is, but it'll probably help make all of us be safer. I'll quickly send her the address now and then text June. Alright, address has been sent now. June. Alright. June? So something's happened here. We can't stay at my apartment tonight. Susie and I'll come over to the hotel and meet you there. I'll tell you what happened when we see each other. No immediate reaction. She's probably busy with Hibiki or something. Hopefully! Unless Poop has found them. Well, time to let the girls know, I guess. So, you heard the gist of it, didn't you? We're going to stay at the hotel? Well, with the other two. Yeah, is that okay for you, cutie? Yes, as long as I can stay with you, it's okay. You're adorable. No, my date with Miko is cancelled, man. I turned my attention towards Miko who's gotten caught up in my mess. Sorry, Miko, this is not quite how I had planned for the evening to go. It's not your fault, Sen. Does this have to do with Ronin and the others? No, not exactly. It kinda interferes with something I'm doing for work though. For that, new department you're working for, the ones that totally poach you from us? Poach? And yeah, although they didn't quite poach me as much as that agent lady got me kicked out. Oh, her. Where's my broom? Calm down, Miri, she's not important. Are you actually on duty right now? Yep, Alex shouldn't even be here, but when I heard that there was a break-in at your address, I totally had to come. You're the best, Miri. We need to go now though. I need to get to the hotel to meet someone. That's totally okay, Sen. I'll probably go back to what I'm actually supposed to do too. Are we still going to hang out tomorrow? I'm not sure. This whole thing here was it's kind of thrown me off in a bit. I'll let you know tomorrow when I know more, alright? Yep, okay. Call me if you need anything, okay? Yeah, will do. Thank you, Miri. Bye, Suzu. Bye, Miko. Bye, Miri. Alright, do you want to come with us to the hotel or do you want us to take you home, Miko? I'll come with you if that's okay. I'd like to spend some more time with you even if it's not at the cinema. The battle is started already. It has already started. The moment I uploaded episode 1 Crimson High, the battle between the wives had already started. I'm Team Miko. I don't give a flip. This is way more exciting than any movie we could have watched anyway. I guess that's one way to look at it. I'll call us a boober then. Or I don't, because there's already 4 of them staring at me. Boobers. Okay, at this point, I should probably look into buying the company. The request for a boober is quickly placed, and after a couple of minutes of waiting, we find ourselves en route to the hotel at the beach. Whoa! I mean, calm down, guys. You want a room for yourself and 2 other people? Plus another room for 2 more people, please. Don't you think you should stay with Machi and Perrine? I guess you're not wrong. Would you mind sharing a room with June then? I'd love to stay with you, but I'm okay with staying with June instead. Maybe I can stop her from sneaking to her bed that way. Alright. I turned my attention back to the receptionist. Do you happen to have interconnected rooms? We do, sir. Then 2 interconnected rooms plus a third one extra, all next to each other, please. Do you need 1 bed each, or 1 double bed each in the connected rooms should be fine? Yeah, 2 beds in the single room though. Okay, 3 rooms, 1 with 2 beds, the other 2 rooms interconnected with 1 double bed each. Damn! This hotel is about to start booming with money. Hamster on screen. There's even a hamster here. Ma'am, I just found a hamster, which is technically can be classified as a rat of a kind. You know, maybe you should get onto that. Should I report you? How long do you intend to stay with us, sir? A few days, the whole week at most. And how do you prefer to pay? Do you accept credit cards? We sure do, sir. Here you go. Very good, sir. Will your luggage be delivered here later? No luggage for now. We'll have to go shopping for new clothes. If you need it, sir, the Moonlight Resort offers shopping services through an in-house catalog. Oh, really? So we'll pick things and someone goes to buy them for us? Correct, sir. Our Wi-Fi comes with an app for all your needs, including aforementioned in-house catalog. You can also use it to order food to your room, schedule appointments at the nearby massage parlor, or book lounging chairs at the pool for you and your lovers? Everything you order through the app will get added to the respective room's bill and ultimately deducted from your credit card. Sounds good. Where do we find the access data for the Wi-Fi? We have brochures, sir. You'll find one in your room. Alright. Your credit card, sir. Also a provisional key card for each room. Thank you for staying with and welcome to the Moonlight Resort. Oh, we'll be moonlighting alright all night. You can download the app on your respective phones and use the built-in features to register for the digital key. Once you've done so, please bring the provisional key cards back to me. Freaking Vertigo has most likely had a lot of experiences with at least motels. Or hotels. Yeah, anything else we need to know? Nothing for now, sir. The app will explain most things you need to know. If you still have any questions though, you can come down here and ask me, or call reception through the app. Both are viable options. Yeah, alright, we will do that if necessary. Thanks for your help. It's May, sir. Thank you, May. I'm Sen. Very good, Sen, sir. Enjoy your stay at the Moonlight Resort. Thanks. May is rocking that short hair, man. We head upstairs via elevator and find the hallways in a little less of a deteriorated state than before, much to our surprise. Assuming that June already knows that we've arrived, thanks to the link between her and me, I suggest checking out the rooms first. Your room looks just like Hibiki's. They all probably look more or less the same. Sit down for a moment, please. Grabbing the chair from the desk for myself, I sit down with Suzu and Miko. Are you feeling okay, Sen? I'm alright, yeah. The apartment being gone hasn't quite sunk in yet. Sorry again for the botch evening, Miko. We were meant to be watching a movie right now. It's okay, Sen. It's not your fault. We can go to the cinema anytime for now. You need to sort yourself out. Yeah, but before I can do that, I have to make sure that Machi and Perrine get up here safely. Is that what you talked about before? What you're doing for work? It is. For that new unit you mentioned. Yeah, Ronin said we were allowed to tell people we trust about SECS, right, Miko? Good, I'll tell you about them later then, cutie. Right now I need to go down and wait for Machi and Perrine to arrive. Okay, do you want us to come with you? Actually, I think it's best if I only take Miko for the moment. Could you go tell June about what happened and see how she and Hibiki are doing instead, cutie? I can do that. We should probably get the app set up on our phones real quick too. I think I saw a brochure on the bedside table. Yes, okay. Quickly grabbing the brochure, Susie and I both set up the hotel's app on our phones and get the digital keys for our rooms registered. I'll be with June and her mom when you come back up, okay? Yeah, thanks, cutie. Feel free to order some essentials for yourself through the app too. We'll be back in a bit. Making our way back down, Miko and I stop at May's receptionist desk and I hand over the provisional key cards. Afterwards, we step out of the hotel and find a place to wait for our protectees. Who are we waiting for? Machi and Perrine. Machi is an infiltrator colleague of ours and Perrine is her familiar. I was asked to shelter them for a couple days until they can be brought into a safe house that's being set up. An infiltrator? Did their mission go wrong? I'm not sure what her actual mission was, but yes, she got uncovered and had to run away. They ended up hiding at my place earlier today, then one thing led to another, and in the end, I found myself being tasked with protecting them. Do you think what happened to your apartment was because of them? The thought came up, but I doubt it, so does Ronan, otherwise they wouldn't be on their way here. Do you know who else it could have been? I've got a few names in mind. At the top of the list is the church. The church? Did something happen? Nothing you don't know about. My theory is that they got wind of my interfering with Ori's ceremony earlier and moved out to send a message. The church will not send a message. I don't think so. It's clearly poop. Poopy poop. You think so? Kind of. It's the best theory I have, at least. As far as I can tell, Ori was important to them for some reason, so my interfering can't have been received well. How is she doing? Ori? She's fine, I guess. Shaken from her whole world being turned upside down, but still fine, all things considered. I think she's starting to accept that we aren't universally bad. We? Yeah. I've been suspecting this for a few days now and have basically gotten a confirmation earlier. I'm at least partially one of you as well. You are? Apparently so. I've told you that I never got to know my mother, didn't I? But it seems like she wasn't quite what I thought she was. What was she? That I don't know, just not a human. Probably. I have yet to ask my dad about it to get actual confirmation, if he can give me that is. Can you do things? Oh yeah, he can. He has a big ding dong, that's for sure. Not willingly, I think, but I've noticed unusual bursts of strength and reflexes lately. Nah, Sen, that's not it. Come on, that's adrenaline. It's like something's drawing out this. I don't know, hidden potential in me ever since I met you. Me? Yes, no, not necessarily you in particular, even though you were the one who revealed this world to me. No, you know your kind, our kind. I did do that, didn't I? Yeah, you did. Are you angry about it? About you revealing this other world to me? I don't think I am. No, as crazy and dangerous as it can be, I've come to love it. It makes life exciting. It really does. Yeah. It's nice out here. I kind of envy you for being able to live here for a while. It's great, yeah. I'd rather have my apartment intact though. You and Suzu both, I think. She looked really sad while you were talking to Ronin on the phone. I know, she has yet to recover from losing her previous home and has already lost another one. I just hope this does not make things worse for her. You care about her a lot, don't you? I do. I'm also apparently engaged to her. You're engaged to her? Didn't you just meet a week ago? Miko will understand. She's the perfect wife. Look at this. Yeah, it's a normal engagement, but rather something that's apparently called a blood bride. A blood bride? Does that have to do with our thing? Apparently so, yeah. I'm not sure that I fully understand it yet either. According to your principal and June's mom, it's a thing though. It happened more or less involuntarily. When Suzy had her accident last night, I gave her my blood to save her. That seems to be one of the key ingredients for this kind of engagement. It even came with some sort of a crest tattoo on Suzy's chest. What does that mean for us? For you and me, it doesn't have to mean anything. Does it bother you? I don't think so, but I also don't want to get in your way. Neither Suzu nor I have planned for this to happen, and while Suzu seems to be really excited about our engagement, she's still actively furthering my being with other girls. She is the gatekeeper. She has to open the gate. Confirmed by the old man. She seems to like the idea of me being with others as much as she likes me being with her. Oh, so you and I are still a thing. Are we still dating? If you want to, yes. I do like you a lot, Miko, and I would love to be close to you. Oh good, that's good. I want that too. I've been really excited about spending time with you today. You're cute, you know that? This guy says the C word and he gets the gals. Cute enough for a kiss? What? Never mind, I think work has just arrived. Sorry about that, Miko. Hold that thought though, we'll find some more alone time for ourselves later today. Yummy, yummy. And then we can continue from there. Oh, it's Claus. Damn! I mean... Hey, hi Mr. Sen and Miko. Hi. We had plans for the evening, not expecting my apartment to get demolished. Rio told us, no idea who did it yet. Nothing substantial. Let me know when you find out and we'll kick their asses. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Claus. It's good to know you're on my side. The rizzing never stops. Are you good to take over Huli and Perrine? Yeah, rooms are booked and we can head right up. Are you coming with us? I shouldn't. The less attention we draw to your group, the better. Right. What about the gadget Ronin mentioned? I've got it with me. Where? Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, kinda. Do you know how it works too? I know how to operate it, so we should be fine, yes. Alright, I'll take my leave then. Thanks for bringing them over, Claus. Take care on your way back, alright? I'll be fine. Call if you're in trouble, little cub. Will do. Thanks, Claus. Alright, shall we then? I'll introduce you once we're out of the open. Lead the way. Yes, lead the way, mister. I fucking love Claus, man. I lead the way. We quickly stop at Maze again to let her know about Machi and Perrine being the remaining two guests, then continue on upstairs. Thankfully, there's a working elevator here, so we don't have to take the stairs all the way up to the second highest floor, where our rooms are. Unlocking the room with her keycard, I open the door and usher my three female companions into the room, eliciting a bunch of ohs and ahs from Perrine. Wow, this is way better than I thought after seeing those hallways. Yeah, the hallways really don't do a good job of setting expectations for the rooms. But maybe that's a weird marketing scheme or whatever, making the room seem all the better in contrast by having the hallways look not as good. That would be super stupid. Yeah, although they did look worse than the last time we were here, it looks like they're at least being worked on. They need to get better maids. Maybe they need a highly proficient maid like you to give them some pointers. I'll think about it. Anyways, this is going to be your room for the next few days. Mine's right next. You're not going to be in here with us. No, why? You should be. You're our security after all. You won't be of much help when we get surprised in here, while you have to run all the way here from wherever your room is. Right, I made sure to get us connected rooms for that reason. Give you some semblance of privacy at least, you know. I assume it's that door over there. Oh, okay, that's very thoughtful of you. Are you sure that's enough though? I think so. The fuck does it mean by that room over there? There's no... Where's the door, man? Is it secret? Let's talk about that some more once we're settled in though. First things first, this is Miko, a good friend of mine. Miko, these are Machi and Perrine. Wait, is it actually Machi or is it Hootie? Is Hootie your nickname or was Machi a cover name? My name is actually Machi Kagekai. Hootie's just my nickname. Gotcha. Hi Machi, hi Perrine. It's nice to meet ya. Same. It's nice to meet you too, Miko. Anyways, Machi's the infiltrator I told you about, Miko. Sen, why would you tell anyone about that? Alright, you don't know yet. Miko here happens to also be one of SEC's newest enforcers and my partner. Oh, I see. Is she going to stay with us then too? Yes! Oh, she's taking... Oh, she's a clever girl. This one is. Oh, very smart. Very smart. Huh? You said it yourself. I'm your partner. I think I should help you with this. Me and her in one room? You know what things are about to get. Dare I say... freaky. Oh yeah, I guess I guess that does make sense. Is that okay though? What about school? I'm part of SECS, Sen. I'm neither the first nor the only student from Crimson High to get recruited. Ronin has talked to Miss Hirano to give me a special exemption. Both she and Mr. Rauchi know that I might be absent on occasion. Huh. I guess there's a lot I don't know about the going-ons within SECS yet. Alright then, we need another room. How about you three set up the device Machi brought while I go talk to May, Miko? We can do that. Did you get a new phone from Inaiwin, Machi? I did. What about it? Do you want my number? I mean, yeah, of course, you're hot. I think I should have that just in case, but I was asking because of the digital room key, actually. Miko can tell you about that while I take the provisional key card down to May. Then... Hello, hi, hey there, it's me, Perrine. I want your number too. Did you get a new phone too? I did. Heh, alright, sure, I'll give you my number too. I'll be back in a few minutes, ladies. After quickly exchanging numbers with both Machi and Perrine, I make my way out of the room and towards the elevator to head downstairs. On my way there, I spot an innocuous looking door to what I assume is a storage closet. It being slightly ajar makes me recognize it as an opportunity to be alone and unsurveilled for a moment. Quickly heading inside, I close the door behind me and activate my pocket dimension to pull out my gun and the pill case for SECS. Given the rather eventful evening, I feel like having my gun at the ready isn't the worst idea, and I feel better as soon as I hold it in my hands. Once I've collected everything from that pocket dimension that I shut it down again and head back out of the closet, continuing my way downstairs to see May. Ah, Sen, sir, is there something I can do for you? You could drop this, sir. Just call me Sen. The owner doesn't like us doing that, but she only fully pays attention to this place once a month, so I suppose I can. Is that why the hallways upstairs look the way they do? Yup, it's totally because of that and not because of any other reason. Money laundering. That's not surprised at all, or suspicious at all, sorry. Right? And the manager isn't much better. She's got her hands full with another project from what I've heard. What a shame. The location is so good and the rooms look great. Oh, they do? Thank you. What can I do for you, Sen? I need another room, preferably right next to the ones we already have. Are you expecting more guests? No, but one of the girls with me decided to stay here as well. Are you building a... No, never mind. That's none of my business. I can give you another room next to yours, yes? Does it go on the same credit card? Yep, here you go. I noticed that the name of the card is in your name, Sen. This wouldn't happen to be a stolen card, would it? Do I need to call the police? I know karate, you know. Chop suey style. It's not stolen, May, but it's also not mine. My boss gave me the card for this. No way, your boss sponsors her harem? Oh, no, forget that. Still none of my business. Oh, she's so cute, man. Look at this. Yeah. That's not... Actually, I should probably let her believe it. That way she won't start asking unwanted questions. Don't tell anyone, okay? My lips are sealed, both of them. Thanks, May. No problemo. Sen, I'm just here to make you happy. Platonically, that is. I'm not sure that I'm harem material. Too bad. You're actually quite cute. No wonder that you have a full harem when you dish out compliments like that. Still not interested though? It takes more than a compliment from a sexy hunk like you to sway little old May. I'll be here for a few days though. Give it your best shot then, cowboy. Thanks for the room, May. I'll bring the keycard down later. Sure thing, Sen. Before you go, do you want me to make your room the main room for your group? What does that entail? It allows you to manage all of the rooms you book, including room service, digital keys, scheduling, and a bunch of other neat features. That's a thing you can do? I can do all sorts of things in here. I'm intimately familiar with this place. Whoever developed that system, bravo. Okay, sure, I'll take the main room feature. You're in room 308? I am, yeah, how did you know? Lucky guess. Had a 50% chance after all. Right. Alrighty, and yours is the main room. Enjoy your evening, Sen. Thanks, May. You're totally banging her. Giving May what I hope is a charming wink, I take my leave from the reception and head for the elevator to get back up to the others. On my way up there, I suddenly find myself lost, standing in the hallway, confused about where I was heading. Luckily, Miko comes out of the room a second later and guides me into the room I was looking for. Thanks, Miko. I got really confused for a moment. That would be the effect of the device I brought. We can register you in a moment as well, both to exempt you from the effect and to shield you. What exactly does it do? It creates some sort of... Oh shit! It creates some sort of field in which registered people can't be found. Anyone trying while inside the device's area effect will get confused and forget what they were doing. It's like an EMP device except for people's perception? Meaning if anyone comes close to this place trying to find any of us, they won't be able to succeed. Correct. How big is this field? It shouldn't affect the whole building plus some of the exterior areas if I understood Styx correctly. What about the employees of this place though? Won't they get confused every time they try to find any of us too? Probably, although the effect should be lessened since they're more likely to think about us in terms of room numbers instead of our respective person. They should be able to find our rooms just fine. The effect is also set to pulse. I could set it to a permanent bubble, but apparently that would drain its energy too fast. Is it one of those self-charging devices as well? No, it's very much as a depleted energy source, or depletable. Don't ask me what kind though, because I have no idea. Huh. Well, alright, you have an eye on that, yeah? I'll handle the device, don't worry. Speaking of, let's get you registered. The three of us already are. Sure, yeah. Gesturing for me to sit down opposite her, Machi takes some probe-looking thing out of the device she's propped up on the table in front of her. Pricking my finger with it, she draws a drop of my blood, with no visible reaction from either herself or Miko, and then inserts the probe thingy back into the device. Once the probe is back in the device, I feel a veil I did not notice being there before, being lifted from my mind. Huh, that felt weird. I know, right? But now you're protected by and from it as well. Thanks, Machi. Are you okay to stay here on your own for a bit? I'd like to show Miko to her room and then visit the other girls real quick. You'll be fine. Just don't stay away for too long, okay? No worries. Did the two of you exchange numbers with Miko yet? If not, you should probably do that. Not yet, but we can do that now. Miko, Machi, and Perrine quickly exchange numbers. Afterwards, Miko and I head out into the hallway to look for Miko's room. We find it right next to my half of the double room, making Miko and me neighbors, much to her delight. Too bad there isn't a door between our rooms too. Yeah, it's still a negligible trip from my room to yours though. Do you think we'll spend a lot of time in our rooms? I don't know yet. As long as at least one of us is near Machi at all times, the other should be able to get out. Or to go out, sorry. Why do you ask? Because it means that there will be a lot of downtime for us to spend with each other. Oh yeah! Already getting to the rizzing. I knew this. I knew it. If you want, that is. Yeah, I'd love that, Miko. Good. Have you told Mariko about your impromptu holiday trip yet, by the way? No, I had hoped that you'd stay with me while I do. I love Mom a lot, but she can be a bit overprotective at times. Yeah, I kinda noticed that when I took you back home to her that night, you fell asleep at my place. Don't remind me, that was so embarrassing. How about you call her now? I should, shouldn't I? Probably. It's still early, but she'd probably appreciate hearing from you either way. Alright, but I'm putting her on speaker. Yeah, let's go sit down then. Censor her, for goodness sake. Miko, is everything alright, dear? Hi, Mom, I'm fine, don't worry. You are on speaker and Sen is with me. Hey, Marco. Hello, Sen. What can I do for the two of you? Mom, I'm not going to come home tonight. What? Why not? Where are you going to stay? Sen, is she going to stay with you? I hope you two remember that you cannot sleep with each other. Mom, no, it's for work. I told you that Sen and I work together, remember? And now you need to have a sleepover for work. That's an awful excuse, Miko. It's true though, well kinda. Explain. How much did Miko tell you about what we do? She said that the two of you got scouted from some sort of special police program. That's not wrong, I guess. Miko and I have been paired up for this program to work together as a team. I've been tasked with protecting someone, and as my partner, Miko feels responsible to join me in this task. Since it's a rather sensitive issue, we need to sit this out for a couple of days until the situation has been resolved. And this definitely doesn't have to do with the fact that you were on a date and both young and horny? Mom! It doesn't, Miko. Marco. In fact, our date kind of fell flat since we kind of came back to my apartment having been ransacked. Oh no, what happened, dear? I'm not sure yet, to be honest. The investigating detective didn't have a lot of information for me yet when we got there. Apparently the place is pretty much unusable for the foreseeable future though. I'm sorry to hear that, Sen. Where are you going to stay now? Do you have somewhere to go? Yeah, we're currently at a hotel. Why are you waving like that, Miko? You are what? You took Miko to a hotel? Oh, that's why. Yeah, I did, but she's got her own room. Don't worry, Marco. You didn't even bring anything to stay out overnight, did you, daughter? No, Mom, this wasn't planned. I only have the things I took with me earlier. Don't you think you should come back and grab some of your things then? At least a change of clothes and your toothbrush. You know how important fang hygiene is, young lady? Yes, Mom. Do you want me to bring it over? You probably can't leave, can you? Yes, I probably shouldn't leave. That should be okay, right, Sen? It should be. I doubt that Marco is under surveillance from anyone. Are you sure that's okay for you though, Marco? We could also order stuff for Miko instead. They probably sell toothbrushes too. It's fine, Sen. Which hotel is it? The Moonlight Resort at the beach. Do you know where it is? I don't, but I'm sure I can find the address online. Yeah, probably. What do you need me to pack for you, Miko? I think you don't need me for that conversation, do you? In that case, I'll take your keycard down to May and then go check in with Suzu and June. Yes, that's okay, Sen. Alright, remember that one of us will have to go meet Marco outside because of the device. No, let Sen do it. I want to have a chat with him anyway. Whoa, what are you doing? Mom? It's okay, Miko. I'll head downstairs in a bit and meet you there, Marco. Thank you, Sen. I'll see you in a bit, half an hour then. Yeah, alright. Don't forget to set up your digital key, Miko. Let's get the fuck out of there. Get out of the Sensor Valley over there. Since I have to go downstairs to meet Marco later anyways, I decided to not take Miko's keycard to May just yet. Instead, I head immediately for Hibiki's room to see Suzu and June. Hi, Sen. Hey, June, how is Hibiki? She's okay, I think. She was awake for a bit before, but now she's asleep again. Subscribe, like, comment down below, everyone. Did she say anything while she was awake? A bunch of things, I guess. Anything about the conversation she and I had earlier? Not really, but she did the thing she said she'd do. The thing? You mean the initiation she made that note for? Yeah, that. Apparently I'm officially a priestess now. Oh, congratulations. Thanks. Wanna come in? We can go sit down over by the windows. We just have to be quiet to not wake up Mom. Mom. Sure, yeah. Where's Suzu? I don't know. She was tired and she said she'd go lie down for a few minutes. That was like half an hour ago. Huh. I guess she did have an exhausting day. I hope she'll be fine with all that's happened today. Sorry, I burp. Excuse me? She really needs that therapy session now more than ever. Alright, so you're a priestess of your family's cult now. What does that mean for you? No idea. No idea? Mom fell asleep again once she was done. All she said was that I'll now be able to become my true self, whatever that means. She looked kinda sad while saying that. Do you think she doesn't like it? I'm not sure. Maybe she's just afraid of her daughter becoming an independent adult. I think that's a thing for a lot of parents. Why an adult? Is my true self an adult? Can you become more adult than being an adult? Technically they already are. They're like 18/19, right? I don't know what your true self is or what it means, but becoming your true self sounds like a step towards independence. At least, right? And that's always a struggle for parents. Or it's some dumb magic mumbo jumbo that doesn't have anything to do with what I just said. Whatever the case, being a priestess probably comes with some sort of responsibility too. Ew, really? Mom didn't say anything about that. Probably, yeah. I have no idea what it could be though. Do you feel different? No, not really. I think I can feel you better though. Feel me better? More clearly. It's like it was blurry before, but now it's no longer blurry. Oh. Huh. I guess that's not too surprising all in all. Yup. So what's with us staying here tonight? Why can't we go back to the apartment? Suzu didn't want to tell me. Right, yeah, someone broke into the apartment and trashed it. We came back to a bunch of my former colleagues from the police in front of the building. What? Who was it? What about the costumes? Huh? Alright, I completely forgot about those. I think I'll get a notification when they get delivered. My mailbox over there should be big enough for them to fit in, I hope. As for who did it, I don't know. I hope I'll get some more information about it from Miri or the investigating detective tomorrow. So we can't go back to the apartment? Not anytime soon? Yeah. We'll probably stay here for a few days while I look into options for a more long-term solution. How big is your bed though? Did you get one big enough for all 5 of us? Are you going to kiss Machi too? I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Machi is pretty cute, but no, my bed isn't that big. My room is connected to Machi's and Perine's though. I also got another room for Suzu and you. We get our own room? You do. It's the one right next door on the side behind me, room 306. Did Suzu not tell you? Nuh-uh. Is that where she went to sleep? I'd assume so. With me having to protect Machi and Perine, it's probably best if I sleep alone. At least for a day or two until we know if something's going to happen. That's okay. I don't mind having a sleepover with Suzu. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. We can spend time together during the day anyways. It's just about sleeping arrangements. Yep, okay. Have you been in there already? Not yet? No. How about we get the digital key set up on your phone now? That way you can head over whenever you want. Can we? Sure. June comes over, sitting down in the armrest of my chair, and we connect our phone to the hotel's Wi-Fi, downloading the hotel's app at the same time. Where she has been almost distanced before, June now leans really close to me and has one of her hands on my arm the whole time. I had almost started to worry about what becoming a priestess did to the clingy koala I've come to like. Luckily, it seems that she's still in there and it was only the circumstances preventing her from acting herself. Maybe I'm the one who's going to feel weird when June starts to become independent. After a couple minutes, the rather intuitive key setup is done and June heads back over to her own seat. That was easy. You could say that again. Where's your room? I'm in room 308. 2 rooms over on the other side from yours. The one next door to yours is the one Machi and Perine are in, and mine's connected to that one. I can show you later or tomorrow if you want. Why not now though? I gotta go meet Miko's mom downstairs in a couple minutes. I'd rather use the time for getting you used to the app. What's Miko's mom coming here for? Right, you don't know that yet either. Miko's gonna stay here with us too. Why? She's helping me with protecting Machi and Perrine. Miko is... Yeah, you know she's super strong, right? Yeah, it's super cool. She doesn't show it off that often, but I've seen her in PE before. Yeah, well, that's why. Oh, is anyone else from our class coming? We could invite Yui too. She could bring Aki and we could make this into a huge sleepover party. As fun as that sounds, we shouldn't do that. In fact, you can't tell anyone that Machi and Perrine are here. Why not? You know how Machi is Aki's sister? Uh-huh. Well, Miko and I are protecting Machi and Perrine from their family. They had a bit of a falling out with them and need to hide for a while now. Yui and Aki wouldn't do anything to them though. I don't think they would either, but I also don't know where exactly their allegiances lie just yet. I'd rather not risk Machi's and Perrine's lives over this. It's not that I think that Aki or Yui would actually do something to them, but they are still part of Clan Anzu. Even if they just talk about it at their home and are being overheard by someone else in the clan, things could go south very fast. I'll meet Aki on Wednesday though. Maybe that'll give me a better idea of where they stand and how to handle them. Does that make sense? Yeah, I guess. I know they wouldn't do anything, but I also know that you don't know them as well as I do yet. I won't tell anyone, I promise. Thanks, June. I'll head down to meet Miko's mom now, right? Yeah, okay. Leaving the room, I head back down to May yet again. On my way down there, Mariko calls me, telling me that she's almost at the hotel, saving me the trip back upstairs, not that I would have made it in the first place. May gives me a smug look when I hand her the card, but doesn't comment, only wishing me a pleasant evening on my way out of the hotel. God damn, man, she's hot. Stepping outside, I find Mariko already waiting for me, seemingly lost in thought while taking in the scenery. Hey, Mariko. Hello, Sen. It's lovely here. It is, isn't it? There are worse places to get stuck for work. Alright, where the fuck is the hamster? Oh my god, this one's a bit of a... There we go, my goodness. I'm not sure if you're trying to sell a lie or if that's really what's happening. That's actually what's happening. Sorry, Mariko, I know this sounds like a bad excuse. If it makes you feel better though, two of Miko's classmates are here with us too. One of them even with her mom. Oh, who is it? Maybe I know her. Hibiki Jihara, June's mom. No, I do know of June though. She's the energetic one, isn't she? That's the one way to put it, yeah. I see, so you definitely didn't bring Miko here to sleep with her despite your better knowledge? Yes, Mariko, if it was up to me, Miko and I would be at the cinema right now, watching some melodrama or romantic comedy. You said your apartment got ransacked. Yeah, I don't know much besides not being able to get back in there for a while though. Most of my things have been destroyed too. I'm sorry, Sen. Is there anything I can do? Nothing I could think of right now, but thank you, Mariko. Nothing? Do you have something in mind? I'm thinking we can make good on our little deal from last week. Maybe hit two bats with one stone. How so? If I make you censor that word, you're going to feel better and are less likely to try something with my daughter. That does sound like a win-win situation. Out here though? Would you rather we go up to her room? Maybe not. Then why don't we see if we can find a nice and quiet spot somewhere around here? I might have an idea. Bushes behind the hotel. Huh. I can't go too far. This really is important business, isn't it? Yeah, it's also related to your world. I see. Well then, I think that means we shouldn't dally. Alright, sleepyheads, welcome back. They went behind the bushes, we all know that. Whatever happened behind the bushes stays in the bushes. Or behind the bushes. After fixing my clothes, Mariko and I share a meaningful look before we separate for the day, heading in different directions. Where Mariko heads towards the city, I head back to the hotel and up to Miko's room. How bad was it? Don't worry, she basically just told me to be careful with you again. That's good. I was worried she would tell you all kinds of weird things. Weird things like what? I don't know, weird things that a mom would tell her daughter's date. Yeah, don't worry, there was none of that. Only a deal about blowjobs. Oh my days, Sen! Huh? Do you want to sit and cuddle a bit while we talk? Oh, yeah, I'd like that. We'll have to use the bed for that though. That should be alright as long as we keep our clothes on. Mariko probably wouldn't mind too much. Let's not tell her anyway, okay? Yeah. Sitting down in the bed, Miko awkwardly nestles herself into my arm It's rather cute to see that she hasn't completely disregarded her shy side. This is nice. It really is. Ronan has done a great job with getting you to act on your thoughts. She has, but it's not just that. No? What else? Suzu. Suzu? I told you before, just because I'm okay with sharing you doesn't mean that I won't try for her to like me the most. And with Suzu and you now apparently being engaged, she has pulled far ahead of me. If that means that I have to be bolder to catch up to her, I will be. Instead of answering, I give her a kiss on the head. Oh! You're a great girl, Miko. Don't worry too much about having to compete with Suzu, alright? I like you a lot already. I like hearing that. Cheeky bastard. Can you tell me more about your engagement? I'm not sure that I understand what it is. You said it happened involuntarily? Yeah, Suzu was basically unconscious at the time too. She was? How did that happen? Well, she was taking a shower last night and over the course of the next few minutes, I give Miko an overview of the events surrounding Suzu's and my engagement, including a summary of what Uraha and Hibiki told me. She listens quietly for the most part and only asks a couple questions when something isn't quite clear to her. I have never heard of any of this before. Yeah, according to Uraha, most younger vampires don't know about it. I'm not quite sure why, but this practice doesn't seem to be something the older generation want to be commonly known, even though Uraha didn't explicitly say that. Maybe it's something that has to do with our inability to be with men. If this kind of engagement only works between vampires and male humans, it would make sense that they don't want us to know about it. But then again, why would there be a practice between vampires and male humans if we can't be with each other? Unless there's something else they aren't telling us. Do you think there's a hidden loophole that would allow us to be together? Well, I'm not really a full human, so there's that, remember? But there's something else I guess I should tell you about too. Wait, there's more? Yeah, so you know how they told you that you'd go crazy when sleeping with me? I vaguely remember something like that. Yeah, sure, well it turns out that that's not true. Well, they would absolutely... Oh shit, I might wrap this up in 10 minutes or so. They will go crazy for him. In another way, of course. It's an elaborate lie crafted by vampires from the past. Based on a few handful of incidents where vampires have gone crazy because they inadvertently turned their lovers into ghouls. How do you know that? Someone confided in me and Uraha Misirano verified it this morning. Our principal did? Why would she tell you about it if it's supposed to be secret? I'm not sure, honestly. She apparently sees something in me. Something important enough that it made her go to Europe for a couple days to talk to someone. Given all I've learned today, I think it has to do with my mom and my apartment myth heritage. Wait, apartment? Did I say apartment? Apparent myth heritage. I'm not sure what though. You need to talk to your dad. Yeah, I know. Hopefully I'll have time for that tomorrow. Okay. If there's no risk of going crazy, why don't more vampires sleep with men though? Most don't know that this risk doesn't exist. They apparently belong to a rather small minority of people who do know now. And the ghoulification, is that a lie too? Apparently that's a very real risk. So finding out about this lie doesn't change anything in practice. No, it does. There's medicine to prevent it from happening, the ghoulification that is. There is? Yeah, you might even have it with you. Don't tell me it's something simple like lemon juice. Or is it garlic? It's garlic, isn't it? No, that doesn't make much sense. Why would I have garlic with me? Why would you have lemon juice with you? No, it's... What's with that look? Do you have lemon juice with you? No, why would I? Anyways, you did get a case with red and blue pills from SECS, didn't you? They gave us sex pills? No, they did give us pills though. And well, the blue ones. The blue ones suppress the effects of myth abilities in the body for a day. Abilities like a vampire's ability to transform someone into a vampire or ghoul. Got it in one. So wait, does that mean you and I, we could... Yeah, eventually we can if that's what you want, but we shouldn't rush into that. Again, if you want it at all. I didn't expect that. Think about it for a while. Also, this is a secret for a reason. We should avoid making it, become public knowledge. There would be so many accidental ghouls. Yeah, I've come to understand that this very fact is a major part of how and why this lie came into existence in the first place. I'm telling you because I trust you to not run around telling just anyone. Also because I kind of hope that you don't run around using it with anyone but me, if at all, but that's ultimately your choice. I felt like you should know about this either way. No, I wouldn't, not with anyone else. I'm happy to hear that, Miko. But yeah, please don't tell... A knock on the door interrupts me mid-sentence. Are you expecting someone? Not that I know of. Maybe it's Suzu? No, she shouldn't be able to find us with the device active. I'll go check. Huh. Hi. Hi, Machi. Is everything alright? Well, no, the three of us need to talk. Okay, about what? About the conversation you just had with Romeo over there. Uh-oh. Oh my god, we fumbled it. We fumbled it. Now she knows. She knows. That's on Sen. That's on me. Better come in then. I get up from the bed and meet Machi and Miko halfway through the room. Hey, Sen. Machi, were you spying on us? Sen, I'm an infiltrator, a little spy. Spying is literally what I do. So, if it helps, I wasn't actively spying on you. I'm just really good at listening. Your ability? Yes. That's not what we need to talk about, though. You stumbled over a secret you're not supposed to know about. I'm aware, but I can't exactly unlearn it, can I? Obviously, and I do recognize that you're trying to keep it somewhat contained. You said Uraha verified the information. That would be Uraha Hirano, right? Yeah, I take it you know her through Kuro? I do. Who did you learn about this from in the first place, though? I can't say, Machi. Their lives would be on the line. Look, San, this is important. I'm not looking for someone to blame. I want to know if there is a leak that needs to be sealed. It's one thing for her to tell Miko here about it. You're both into each other and want to have fun. I get it. That's well within your rights. And I'm not blaming you for it. It's a whole different thing if there's someone running around revealing this for the sake of spreading chaos, though. If this becomes a widely known fact, we might very well find ourselves in the middle of a horde of involuntarily created ghouls in the near future. That's not something any of us want. I'm aware of the origins, yeah. I've learned of it from a friend. She's confided in me about it, and I'm pretty sure that she's not gonna tell anyone else. Can you give me a name? I have to make sure about this, Sen. You should understand where I'm coming from. It's part of our job to protect people from this very thing. Damn it, Machi, I know you're right, but I can't throw her in like that. Like, throw her under the bus. She's had it hard enough already, and she doesn't need you poking around in her business. Not that you're in any position to go poking into anyone's business, at the moment anyways. I know that, of course. For now, all I want to know is how bad the situation is, and I can't just take your word for it as much as I'd like to. At the very least, I need to talk to Kuro about this. She has to decide how to handle this. Kuro, not Ronin? Yes, Kuro. This is vampire business. Ronin is a overall myth business kind of thing. It's not like, she'd be like, oh, we gotta I'm pretty sure Ronin would be like, I mean, the fuck am I gonna do about that? You know, I'm not a vampire table or whatever. Ronin doesn't know about any of this, and I don't intend to. Oh, because she doesn't know. And I don't intend to tell her about it anytime soon, nor should you for that matter. Kuro is closer to all of this than any of us, so she's the one who gets to make the important decisions. She's the only one with enough information for that. I guess she really is old. I like you, Machi, I really do, and I do want to accommodate you on this. But I need some sort of guarantee that nothing bad is going to happen to my source. Should I reveal her to you? You know, I can't give a guarantee like that. The best I can do is to assure you that should what you said turns out to be true, there won't be any grave consequences for your friend. I can't guarantee anything if it turns out to be not as true as you want to believe, though. This is more important than your friend, Sen. Fuck, I know you're right, and I know I'm right in my assessment of her. So I'll hope you'll stay true to your word. I will, I promise. If she doesn't have any malicious intentions and just told you for personal reasons, she won't be facing any grave consequences. Alright, it does help that you know her pretty well. I do? Yeah, it's Aki. She told me about it a few days ago. Aki did? Aki Anzo? The girl who tried to make you into a ghoul because you're a man? Yeah. Aki tried to make you into a ghoul? Oh no, my wife is gonna be mad. Shit. Machi, this is your fault. Great. You know how it is with my wives, you know, they find out someone's trying to, you know, freaking slime the main man. The wives would go in there with guns and knives and shit. Not voluntarily, let me correct that, not voluntarily, Miko. She got pressured into it by her first generation. Okay, if I understand it correctly, Machi here has been spying on them for that reason. Because she was trying to kill you? No, because Lilith Anzo, Clan Anzo's first generation, that is building a clan of misandristic vampires, ramping up to some glorified personal vendetta against all men. That's like a feminazi, I'll be honest. I just said the word. What are we gonna do? Aki is the clan's latest addition and somewhat of Lilith's favorite within the clan. Over my time with him, I was able to mitigate some of Lilith's influence, building somewhat of a second, less extremistic faction within the clan. With Aki, I never had any success, though my attempts with her were even what ultimately led to my discovery by Lilith, which makes it all the more surprising that she would tell Sen here a secret like that. In fact, it makes zero sense for her to do so, although she did tell me that she knew about our faction a few days ago, but I thought it was a veiled threat. Aki isn't that bad. You know, she never was fully on board with what Lilith was doing, but felt both indebted to her and unable to choose a different path. Only when confronted with actually having to act on the misandry, and having to essentially kill me, she faltered and accepted that she can't be what Lilith wants her to be. She was pretty shaken from this whole ordeal too. I don't think she'll want to continue on the path she's been set upon. That's what that was about? I was trying to listen in on what happened between the two of you in Aki's room, but thanks to one of Lilith's lackeys hanging around nearby, I didn't have a way to get close enough. Only once you left was I able to listen to Aki's conversation with Yui. This is bad. This is really bad, Sen. What, exactly? None of this is too great. Give me a moment. I need to call Kuro real quick. Kuro, I think we should have... oh, shit. Okay. Kuro, I need you to assemble the rescue team. We need to get someone out of the Anzu mansion now. Yes, the sooner the better. This might be critical to my mission and to the girl's survival. Aki Anzo, taller than me, long black hair, very pretty. Give me a second, Kuro. Do you have a picture of Aki-sen? Oh yeah, I'll send it to her. Thank you. Taking my phone out, I quickly sent the most recent picture of Aki I have to Kuro. Sen is sending you a picture of her as we speak. Yes, get her familiar out too if you can. Aki is the main priority though. I do. Thank you, Kuro. Let me know as soon as possible, please. Machi, what just happened? Why did you ask Kuro to get Aki and Yui out of their home? I told you that yesterday things escalated between Lilith and me. What I didn't tell you is why that happened. Tell me now then. I overheard Lilith saying something about the traitor that didn't fully make sense at the time. My first instinct was of course that she had found out about my connection to SECS, even though it didn't quite fit. Nevertheless, I decided to try and verify it to see if my role had been compromised or not. Otherwise, I would have had to look over my shoulder all the time, even more so than I already had to. Ironically, this very attempt was what led to my discovery by someone of Lilith's faction. Thanks to her being surprised, I was able to subdue her and go into hiding with Perrine, hoping that I would get the chance to grab some important things from my room. Since I had to move rather carefully though, and since my first priority was to make sure that Perrine was safe, the other girl had the chance to inform Lilith, getting someone placed in front of our room. That's when I decided to take Perrine and just leave, not wanting to risk either of our lives for a few notes and some personal items. What I didn't understand at the time was that it was never me who Lilith was talking about. I was lacking critical information. Information that you just gave me. I'm afraid that Lilith wasn't happy with Aki's performance with you. And now that she's uncovered me as a spy, I fear that she's going to lump Aki in with my faction, wrongfully so. I wouldn't be surprised if she's going to pressure her or even harm her, looking for names and other information. Our best hope now is that Lilith hasn't gone about it in too bad of a way and that Kuro's team is able to get her out of there, Yui too if they can manage. If I can get information from Aki that Lilith would only give her favorite and successor in the making, I might be able to get enough of a basis to shut the whole clan down. Or at least really remove Lilith as the clan head. If they don't manage to get her out of there, I'm worried what will happen to Aki-sen. Fuck. That sums it up pretty accurately on how I'll end this video, everyone. Subscribe, like, comment down below. I'm sorry for the short video. I'll be seeing everyone in a different video or the next episode of Crimson High. Good luck on whatever you're doing. Bye!